Now take notice of your heartbeat. Let this ancient religious saying be your guide. The difference between slavery and a death cult is that a death cult can be controlled. Mindfulness is an existential amusement park. Meditate on this ancient proverb: a webmaster is a humane clown. Thieves shit out what scientists regret. Any individual who creates joy creates something. Keep on breathing. Do not eat sausages. Sausages are the bats of God. The fools who advertise fellow citizens are not the same as the fools who advertise freedom. Don't speak kindly about a woman. Become one with a woman. Repeat this mantra to yourself: I'm really remarkable, I'm really remarkable. Say to yourself repeatedly: life has meaning, life has meaning, life has meaning. Begin to feel the heaviness of your spirit sinking into the floor. Keep breathing. Virginity and mating ritual are two sides of the same coin. Notice each point that connects your spirit to the spatial dimensions. Dads are original. Your sense of self is dissolving the great nothingness. In the Middle Ages, a fearless merchant once approached an old lioness and asked her, "How can it be that you are so nice, you who are only an old lioness?" "The answer to that is because I'm not really an old lioness," replied the lioness. The merchant had never before heard such words this well articulated, and took it to his heart and remembered it for the rest of his life, and a couple of years later, he was brutally murdered by a relative of the lioness. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In and out. Chant this mantra to yourself: my living makes a difference, my living makes a difference, my living makes a difference. Look for joy, look for a girlfriend, and you will achieve fruits. Awakening empowers us to lose erections. She who walks with stones walks with free publicity. If you really seek to protect popularity, never forget to be brave. You're a sodomite.
Well, Carl deserves punishment. What we played? Some stupid water level he uploaded yesterday, and I continue to be sad that he doesn't make good stuff anymore. What's it? This. Bad Carl. Bad Carl. Oh yeah, we did that yesterday. Catseye, how you doing tonight? Let's do before we whatever you are gonna make me do. Let's do a little pull one off of Boom Boom World here. Get my fingers warmed up. I was playing Super Mario World last night. Oh, oof. That's revised from yesterday. Yeah, that'll be cool. Let's see how that looks. Forgot where I was going. Yeah, we'll do one of these. Get my hands warmed up. I burned my hand pretty bad too, so I would rather get mad at this as I get warmed up. It looks like I'm not gonna blister, but you see that? You can kind of see that. Grab the hot pan. Very smart. Well, why would you need revenge on Juz? I don't know if I've ever seen any levels that Juz has made. Or if he makes it. Okay, well, I asked for it. Getting the fingers warmed up here. Okay, he's breaking stuff. Not super long, but it is worse than just do better for sure. And we played I played something from Tempest Funk, song. Cave Story music, Getting Over It level that was so just people that usually make like a really, really good flow Getting Over It level. It was so good. Boom Boom is shy. He doesn't want to do the thing. He doesn't want to pop up. Pretty funny. That makes funny noise. Yeah, he takes a hit right away. He takes a hit and then he shells. And I guess the positioning there prevents him from coming out of the shell. Pretty neat. Yeah. Just one. I wonder how the checkpoint works with Boom Boom. Doesn't matter, we're not... I thought I had to go left for the checkpoint. Serve cold. May or may not have icy sections with Super Mario World Desert Night theme wind. That sounds like you just threw everything at the wall. the kitchen sink kind of thing. What's the revenge for? Like I feel like in Mario Maker it's a dish best served themed, well themed. I don't know. I feel like if your response to like shitty shit posts is trying to be shittier, then you're in a shit fight, and I feel like everybody's slinging shit, nobody wins. I really need to stop going left there. Yeah, it's a really cool concept. I feel a little blind up top there with Boom Boom beneath me, and then I keep making the wrong choice. Should be able to see those icicles, and I'm being bad though, right? Oh, I keep doing it. They blend in a little with the blue background. Oh, they do kind of get lost when you're up there, and then they're not scrolled off, but they are basically in the very corner. Yeah, it's pretty easy to just put Boom Boom on the wrong side and be really stupid. Oh, there we go. There's the height. That's what we're doing with it. Is there anything over there? There, he can technically break that. I'm not really sure if that's somewhere I'm supposed to go. Yeah, Boom Boom can do some jank. Well, if that was a bonus thing, we're not going to see it now, but I'm guessing it was part of something later. Oops. Mozart, how you doing tonight? Mozart underscore Super Mario Maker 5. Was that you? Were you the one who made that super world? It's going alright. You know, it's going like that. Fingers are smart, but it's going alright. Starting with a little bit of Boom Boom World here. What is your fucking problem, flying, winged skip squeak? Why are you not jumping high enough? I felt like we weren't hitting him when we did the slide. Maybe we will. Oh yeah, no, we were hitting him. Okay, I guess I was stopping too early and then assuming, or landing under him and assuming that I was just gonna die. First time, I don't remember what I did. But yeah, slide. Hard to be dumb all the time. The Super Mario Bros. 5. I saw the SMM5 and I was like, wait, was that somebody I've, like, seen before? I feel like it would have come up at some point. But that, there was a Super World, maybe a year or so back now, 2 years back, that somebody made that they called Super Mario Bros. 5. And it got... Oh no, that did work. It got a ton of headlines for some reason. It got a ton of, like, actual pull and headlines, and it just seemed super weird. And meanwhile, the Boom Boom World is over here being excellent, not getting headlines. I made that hard on myself. I hate it. I hate the way lives work in fucking Super World so much. Yeah. Yeah, there might have been one up there that we weren't grabbing. Usually there's one hidden somewhere close to the checkpoints, but maybe not in that one. Crackers is presenting directly towards me, but also he looks pretty passed out. Okay. Oh yeah, let me postpone me. We'll be back to it. We'll come back to it. Beware, let's see what horrible thing you've done. What was my queue? My queue's not working. I really have to get fluid queue set up or something. I do not understand why, but something about the viewer levels queue, it caches data in a weird way and just absolutely refuses to let go. L18. So it will just stay stuck on a previous state and never ever do it until you open it again in a fresh incognito window. Yeah, the switch to keyboard thing is a little bit different. The unusable keys are a lot darker, and then we have this weird highlight they really like. Newest level. Okay. Beware WAV. This death served. You heard me. Carl. They're just desserts. Just Carl desserts. Oh. Yeah, wind is not fun. If you're looking for blue hearts, you're gonna get them. Delayed. Not being able to... You could give the player a reset right at the beginning here, I think. I think if you have doors to spare, then they could at least try again from there. Death is a lot faster on the Switch, too. Which is a really, really nice thing. Like 4 seconds instead of like 9 to 11. Door would still be enterable on the spring. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I don't know. I feel like you're mixing concepts in when you're mixing together getting over it stuff with troll level stuff. Especially since the goal in a troll level is generally not to frustrate the player. Although, even in a getting over it style level, I still feel like the goal is not to frustrate the player. Well, yeah, a large content creator getting away with it, I don't feel like makes it okay for you to do it. That's kind of like, you know, my friend jumped off the bridge, so I thought it was okay. Like, no, he's a professional in a closed course. I would prefer Carl not do it either. If I had my way. At least I can reset here. But I feel like the dunk there is not to, like, sling the same shit that somebody else is slinging, but to make, like, a really good, like, do the same thing, but make it better. Tempest Funk's levels, I think, are a really good example of how to do, getting over it stuff really well. And even when, like, the specific purpose was, like, making the GDQ level that was supposed to be very difficult and frustrating, because it was for a presentation kind of thing, it still had a really interesting flow and a really interesting, like, esports. It kind of broke up into chunks. Certified Dumbass, 55. How you doing tonight? There was another Certified Dumbass, so instead of selecting a different username, you were like, no, I'm going to add some numbers. Thanks for... Oop, nope. Great. That's good. Casey, how you doing? When you ignore the win and consider what is functionally happened, this mechanic is terrible game design. Yeah, it's riffing off of a stupid level that Carl made that just was designed to be unfun. But satire really requires I don't know. I don't feel like what Carl was doing was really satire. I don't feel like there was a joke there. I feel like it was just a shitpost to be nasty. Like, just a shitty level to be shitty. Dumbass, thanks for dropping something in there. Do you have time to hurry for cats? I'm at the park again. 2 amusement park visits in 2 days? Wow. But yeah, I mean, we can go do the cats if you're ready. You waiting in line? Is the train coming in 1 minute? The platforms did not respawn. No, it's good if it's troll level. If it's, you know, a good troll level. I'm into that. But the purpose of a troll level, the goal on a troll level is not to frustrate the player. If you made a level that's designed to be frustrating, you started in the wrong place. Waiting to take a picture of a different train ride. do. Well, I did that. That'll get them moving. Well, if you haven't read the guide, there is a large troll level guide made by prolific troll level creator, defender, and with contributions from, I assume, lots of other people. Where's my neck thing? Great thing to pull up ahead of time. Pull up now before I look at it and yell at it. Especially if it's really bad. Especially if it's really bad. I don't know if that came through. I was leaned pretty far away from the microphone. Yeah, I don't know if there's a good reason for the really awful levels that Carl has made. I assume that's just something that happens eventually, is that, you know, chat tells you to do things, you get peer pressured into making terrible levels, something bad happens to you. Block for the follow there. Certified dumbass
55 has started following.
I don't know what happens. I do know that Carl used to make pretty good levels. He's done some really cool stuff in Super Mario World hacks as well. And I wish that he still did. But riffing off that without so far having any really original take on it feels pretty bad. Hi, Hot Dog. Hot Dog, why do you come over here? Why do you come over to this area before we do the cat treats, huh? No, we're gonna hold hands for a sec. We're just gonna do them on the other side like we always do, pal. Esports. They get excited. Okay. Treat. Ow. Touched a wire. Ooh, do. Smell. Now come over here, Hot Dog. I am not your burrito taxi. Ouch. Maybe you can see the burn now. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It hasn't really swelled up yet. It hasn't like separated into a blister, but I think it might. Hurts pretty bad. Hi, Hot Dog. Hi, little buddy. Be careful not to scratch me while I force you to hold my hand. This one's Hot Dog. This one's Pud, because he is pudding colored, and because Pud is a term for your dingus, which I think is really funny, because he's kind of a dick. And this Crackers, who's also kind of a dick, he has a bleeding bump on his back. Oop. I hope chat's not broken. Did chat break on my phone? Is this connected? Yeah, I'm connected. Nobody said anything. Had others play it and they didn't seem mad about it. Yeah. No. Sometimes, especially with viewer levels, you know, we'll take a look at it. Test. Thank you. Test received. I just was worried because I had it pulled up, but it didn't. There was nothing in it, so I thought maybe the tab wasn't working. Like each other. Aw. Crackers, why are you standing so far away from your friends? Yeah, see? It's cuter when we're all together. There you go. Big old bite. Don't look at his haircut. He popped his little bump. Actually, I think this guy right here, Hot Dog, bit him in his bump and it popped. Thanks. Thanks for doing mouth surgery, Hot Dog. It's pretty gross. Cut the hair around it. We've been keeping it clean. We got some wound spray that he hates. Don't you, bud? Don't you hate the wound spray? Look at that. That's gross. Oh, crackers. Oh, Hot Dog. Hot Dog, give me the beans. Show the people the beans. It's what they want. They're here for beans. He doesn't want you guys to see his beans. He's being private about it. Thanks for doing Hot Dog. Thanks for doing mouth surgery, Hot Dog. Yeah, he used his teeth as little needles like he likes to do. I'm pretty sure it was a sebaceous cyst, which means he got a mouthful of something pretty gross, probably. There wasn't any really dried onto crackers, but maybe he itched it off. He might be able to reach that with his back foot. I haven't seen him itching it, but maybe he can. Do. Yeah, sometimes with viewer level streams, sometimes people don't want to be critical, too critical, and lose viewers. So that can be a thing with some people. But that Discord that's linked there, large community of troll creators who will also offer feedback of varying levels of probably less mean than me. Sometimes more. I think Janine is the only person, I haven't watched a lot of people doing viewer levels, but I think Janine is the only person I've ever seen definitely be like way harsher than me. But I think I've been harsher than when I saw it too. It just, from the little bit I've seen, Janine can be a little harsh. That's good though. You need that. But I also have a softer. I think that's the thing. Is like I'm pretty hard on viewer levels in general, but I have a soft spot. Bud, what's going on? Why are you being crazy? Look at his crazy face. I have a soft spot for troll levels, so I think I'm much gentler on them in general than other things that are bad. Pud, you look like a fucking serial killer today. What are you doing? Look at his face. Why is he being so intense looking? A little more for Hot Dog? I think there's like a drop. And crackers, you can just chomp on it. Do. Yeah, he likes the chomps. He chomp. He chomp. He hold hands and dance. He doesn't want to dance. Oh, wait. He might want to dance if he can chomp. The chomp dance. Crackers, you're a bad dancer. It's hard to keep him in frame and do this with my hands. But it's really good. Pretty sure this should be the channel trailer. Just play on a loop before each stream starts. It's empty, you guys. You're being dumb. Let's get you some drugs. Ugh. Drugs are stored in the teleprompter. Here you go, buddy. Hot Dog? There you go, buddy. The train is here. Good luck on your train. Have fun on your separate train. Man, 2 trains. 2 trains? Wow, Billy. I will be here with my no trains. Yelling at Mario Maker. Sports. Complete. There we go. That was Cats. And this is Mario. You're welcome. Now for Angry. Goodbye. Good luck. Yeah. Yeah, and especially, like, I'm sure Tempest Funk was active before Carl's stupid getting over it level. Reload it. We never saw anything from Tempest Funk until after that, but especially after playing through Getting Over It and some other stuff like that, I feel like Carl's, like, shitposty take on that thing focused really hard on frustration and nothing else, rather than the fact that you can have like a difficult platforming experience that's challenging and that pushes you over an edge, that really puts you in a really difficult platforming position with a lot of anxiety about what you're dealing with, without focusing on frustration as a feature. And I think that even if your goal is to follow up in the same vein, the same way that I think that is objectively a bad level and shouldn't be uploaded, I think that this does not effectively differentiate itself from that. Ugh. And and I'm just gonna get more frustrated like the more I try. Let's see here. Which I think is almost always something you want to look for. Because otherwise you're almost leaning into like the bean burrito of it, which I also think should just, like, if you make a bean burrito level, I don't want to be hyperbolic or excessive or crazy here, but if you make a bean burrito level, I think that you should get cancer in your reproductive organs. Well, you can't reproduce. As just a baseline of how we handle that. We get, see what else we're looking at. Okay, so we go in the door, then we go in the pipe. Do. Fun time. No fun time. No time fun. Maybe the no is unrelated to the fun time. It's Alex. How you doing tonight? You need a troll level? Yeah, man, pop it in there. I always need a troll level. In an ideal world, I would be just overloaded with troll levels. Okay. I've hidden turned on. No, I have hidden turned on, yeah. Where? Okay, this is just setting off the, yeah, there we go. That's setting this off. After we hit the P switch to do a really annoying switch flip thing that we're going to work through. And more of these little corner jumps here. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out Tempest Funk's levels. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, check out this one. This one right here. Best thing I ever played from Tempest Funk, but you can also find his maker ID from there, from the other levels that he's made. There you go, but also go to the level. Unbelievably excellent getting over style levels of a variety of different difficulties that are legitimately fun. Yeah, and then some ice. And then awkward little checkpoint thing. Most times it's shedding. This ain't it. Car. And then the box is the L. And then we're kind of done. Is there stuff back there? No. No, and then we book it for that, or it gets blocked off, I'm guessing. Yeah, we book it or it gets blocked off. The Goomba is what? A sound effect? Does it say cheating? C-H-E-T. No, that says chetting. That says chetting. Chetting. Try the pipe at the start? Oh my god. This one? Oh yeah, I didn't see a mushroom for us to come back to it with. It was just, what? Fake, dev exit was what you were going for here? Was for it to look like a fake dev exit? And then we die to a ghost? Okay. Yeah, I don't think it sufficiently differentiates itself from Carl's level, and I don't think, like, at the very least, if you had to dig for it, there was some aesthetics in Carl's Getting Over It level that he was going for, some decorative stuff, and a lot of back and forth movement. Like the vertical space was used kind of well. Still pretty shitty though. It's nonsense. Catseye, let's see what you got. But yeah, I'm not just gonna suffer. I'm not gonna suffer through that. I'm not interested in further attempts. I think that can be one of the toughest things if you are legitimately trying to do a getting over it style level, is trying to make it really engaging so the player wants to keep getting back up. In Foddy's games, what I think really stood out, we do wrong, 94Y, CSB, NTG. The narration made it really interesting, and the fact that you could catch yourself as you were falling made it less devastating and made you not check out when you really fell down. Man, am I excited for Baby Steps, though. Baby Steps is really great. The guy who made Getting Over It, making a new game called Baby Steps that's kind of like co-op as a 3D platformer, and it's fucking great. There is a demo for it on Steam. It's really good. Yeah, I remember pretty good what we talked about there, because I remember Meowser makes me mad. Meowser makes everybody mad. So it'll be really interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, here, let me pull it up. Let me pull up the demo, the trailer here, because it's really good. Is it good? I played it through a couple of times because I was having so much fun with the demo.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
Can I make this bigger in the browser without it being full screen? Yeah, a little bit. Pretty funny. The trailer doesn't do a great job with how funny the dialogue is, but it's really, really good in the context of the game. The level of control you have over the inputs is really dynamic, and the it legitimately, like, it looks like it'd be a little punishing, but it's really, really, really satisfying to play through.
Oh, good.
Closing door and everything.
Dizzy, thanks for dropping a level in there.
No, I mean, for me, that's essential. Yeah, no, I mean, ever since I was a kid, you know, really couldn't go with the other kids. Yeah, no, I needed the stall.
Really good. I can't recommend the demo enough. The demo is still available, so go and get it. Go get it and play it. Really, really, really funny. Yeah, it's really great. Meowser is the worst. That is absolutely correct. But yeah, Bennett's worked on a couple of things since Getting Over It, but as far as I'm aware, this is the first thing where he's returning to that type of gameplay. And man, we've had so many bad content games. Like, if you like Only Up, you're wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. You have bad taste. You can play it and enjoy it, but it's the equivalent of, like, fucking like eating ramen noodles. You can't say ramen noodles are good. You can eat them, but they're not good. It can be a comfort food, but it's not good. It's not good food. Eat it Only Up. Peak looks really good. I haven't tried Peak yet. You know, blah blah friend slop, all that stuff is really funny. The fact that there are people out there bitching about a single player game that has a multiplayer game that has single player is amazing. But I don't have any friends who want to play things like that. All the nerds I know play Flavor of the Week stuff. Rivals and League. But Peak looks good. It's on my wish list. I figure I'll pick it up when it's on sale, but it's also really cheap. I'll pick it up when I need something to play. But yeah, I am really happy Foddy is returning to that type of thing, especially now that a lot of people consider that type of difficult platforming to be like content game. It's cute. To be like a content game instead of what it is, which is a really difficult platformer that apparently makes pretty good content. Really difficult game that makes good content. While people leaning into the idea of content games are really awful. I swear to God, anybody... Okay. anybody spinning up Unity for the first time could crap out a project just like Only Up and do a better job. Like, most people could have done a better job on just like a practice project. So it blows me away how shitty Only Up ends up being. Do not know who Smitey is or who Smitey is. Dang, I don't want to die and take another look at that. I don't think there's any way that can end up killing us, so I think that arena ends up working out a lot better without anything breaking. We don't have a timer or a countdown that we can see. But we have what is presented as a fight without it being absolutely miserable. And having something in there, having something else we can get to that's a little lower is a lot nicer. Oops. I feel like the coins bring anything to it, but they also don't hurt anything. Gold Crater gave you some feedback on your level. Good. Oh, good. Now I was going to say, I think I can get back up there. Mushroom is nice. Okay, got distracted by Meowser. A little bit. Can I get a little longer? If you're giving the player a mushroom, though, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, not too much longer. Or no, it didn't. Oh, and then we kill him. All right. All right. Maybe easier than it needs to be. But I'd rather it be too easy than too hard. Yeah, it definitely presents a lot better. It definitely presents a lot better than it did. We have a pretty good segment where Meowser gets to do what Meowser wants to do, which is be a chase boss, before we do a little bit more fight with him. I think if there's like a thematic way to like quickly kill and swap out Meowser for Big Meowser, and then have that fight be, because I think Big Meowser dies to, is it 3 red pals? Yep. So you could have the player trying to grab 3 of those, or just, or drop 3 of the spike tops or something onto him if you wanted more dynamic there. They would hit him from the side if there was something up there. But I don't think that's necessary at all. It's definitely a lot better than it was for going for just like a Meowser fight that isn't horrible. Oh yeah, and then we go up into the clouds. And then back to hell. Kind of ruining the theming of going into the sky. I think it's 4 red pals? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of spitballing on doing stuff with Meowser. It's definitely a huge improvement over what we were looking at before. Nowhere near as frustrating, and nowhere near as, like, especially with how long it took before, too, it set me up immediately to be like, oh god, this is going to be one of these. And even though that'll go away once the blocks break and you get to start moving, and that'll be like a relief, it's always hard to let go of the suffering that is a Meowser fight. It's hard to get over that disappointment. So I'm glad that the arena works better in the beginning, and then we get moving definitely fast enough. And some of that, like, it's not your fault that we've all fought Meowser in a fucking disaster, right? Like, we've been shoved into a hole where we have to throw 40 goddamn shells or whatever at Meowser. 17. I don't know how many it is to kill regular Meowser. And then not take any damage and then be annoyed the whole time. But, we've all run into it. We've all run into it in Endless and been like, why are people like this? That's the first thing you think of. You think, why are people allowed? Why don't we just take Meowser away from people if they don't know what they're doing? Yeah, but that's a big improvement. Oh, look, it's me. Well, we'll postpone me. We'll come back to that if I get really frustrated, or if we slow down here, then we'll come back to boom, boom. And I started typing in it anyway, because I don't know how buttons work. I really need a postpone then next button. That would be 5JX. EFJ. Sports. UXG. Or I could just, you know, go to the super world list. A certified dumbass. Troler, the not-so-friendly ghost. My second, much higher quality troll level. How bad was the first one? Oh, and then Peter Griffin. You know, that always makes me nervous. That immediately sets me off like, oh, uh-oh. Yeah, actually, we had one yesterday. We had a really terrible one. Somebody dropped in who also had a Peter Griffin. Me. Yeah, I mean, everybody starts somewhere. But yeah, I can't recommend enough. Sometimes I get upset and I have harsh feedback to offer. I cannot recommend enough that you pull up that guide and read it. Read that. It is incredibly helpful at understanding everything that goes into a troll level. Making a troll level, especially if you're kind of ironing it out or learning or at the beginning. That Discord is full of people who can also help and offer feedback. It's the Bandwagon Discord and Troll Library Discord. It's a great place full of people who also can help with troll levels, help with setups, share tons of great information, just generally a great community for that kind of thing. And additionally, one of the best things you can do is play troll levels or watch people play through troll levels while paying attention to what works and what does not. Like looking for actual feedback in how they're experiencing the level, where their frustration is, what they're really enjoying. Okay. Okay, good. And I wanted to get all that out first, because sometimes the beginning of a troll level is so goddamn bad that that, you know, I'm mean, and then people don't come back. Okay. It looked like it came out of the blaster, and I kept wondering how that worked, but it just falls down. Pretty funny. Oh, okay. Okay. I won't go up by the arrow then. Guess I will go up by the arrow. Oh. Okay. Don't softlock the player. Even if, oh, it's at the beginning so you can just restart, still don't softlock the player. Just, you could put a spike up there. You could put a thwomp up at the high up at the tower so the player climbs up and then the thwomp doesn't move and then they have to jump into the thwomp, something like that. Oh, are you not gonna die this time, Blaster? You're just gonna get in my way if I don't stand in the right spot? Okay, that's a choice. Am I softlocked again? Don't softlock the player twice in the first room, please. Oh yeah, we're definitely not touching it right away. Yeah, we're not touching it and getting off of it right away. I guess I can try to get close to it after the fish. Yeah, this is a lot more precision than I want to see. Oh, nope, another one comes. Soundcry thing is janky. Yeah, you definitely don't want the first thing the player experiences to be really janky, because the first thing that happened was kind of funny. It was block out of nowhere that looked like it came out of the blaster. But now we know how to go forward and we can't get back there at all, and that's a horrible position to be in. You have to go left. I don't know how it works. Yeah, you should know how it works in your own level. Oh. There we go. You don't need a super high density thing necessarily in the first room either. Like, if something's not working, you could just drop it. Or like in this example here, let's where's my scribbler? You need the clown car in this position. That's a clown car. Got a face. It's kind of like what a clown car looks like. For it to work, it looks like. So just block it off. Like, block it off at the point where it needs to stop. Use a one-way to lock it in position. Like, do something that sets it up so that it is consistent. Make sure it's consistent, even if it costs you the troll of, I guess it turns into a wall if you go left too early or something. Yeah, you are in charge of making sure that that it works. Okay. I guess I just didn't go fast enough. I can definitely still go in this door. Maybe. Nope. Nope, door's placed over a semi-solid. Yeah, less is definitely more in the first room. I don't think it's way too much, but you definitely don't want to have something really inconsistent, because that's going to set a really bad tone. Wow. Don't softlock the player. Don't soft. You could literally could have put a goddamn fireball up there, or we could move left and right if you want to be a dickhead, which you do if you're starting with slider. Put a ghost in there, and then we have to really carefully walk the ghost back and forth because we only have slightly more than one tile. I would bitch about that too, but that's better than a softlock. So is this timing? Yeah, that's just a timer. Okay. I feel like you don't need slider here, even though like the joke is there. Because the first thing the player's going to do every time, no matter what, they might wait for a second, and after they wait for a second, they're going to jump. They're probably not going to wait until that that thing starts coming down in most cases. But slider, if anything, is more likely to make me wait for longer than anything else. To figure out what the joke is here, to stop and stare and be like, well, what are you doing? Okay. We learned some stuff, kinda. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely set it off that way. I think that works with the Kaizo block. But if not, there are other ways to have the music start at that point, too. Were you trying to power-up check me there? Because I can squeeze right through all that shit. So is this probably cheese, right? Well, yeah, this has got to be cheese, because now I can kill him. Yeah, so I'm guessing you didn't want me to make it out of there with this? Can't die there. But I'm not sure what you didn't want me to make it out of there with. Like, if I'm... Well, let's see. Yeah, you probably expect me to lose the spike shelmet on the spikes there. But I think you want to force the player through a saw blade. There's a lot of things you can do to set up the specific power-up state that the player is in, but make sure that you are in control, that you are in charge of it. Yeah, I'm guessing you wanted to do this. But then I don't know if I'm supposed to squeeze through here with this, or if you want to, if this was meant to power up to push me down. If you wanted to make sure that I was pushed down before I go through. But if that's your goal, you can control for that pretty easily with just making sure the player can't slide through the next thing with a power up. I think the most common thing is I wish I just had a picture of it ready to go. Throat type of thing here, where you're like, you do like this. You want at least 3 blocks of height, and then like that. And then as long as it's at least 3 blocks tall here, the player cannot slip off and slide under with a mushroom. They will be required to make sure they damage down here before they proceed. Heard a weird sound effect. Now I think it was a cat. Oh. I do not know what the sound was I just heard. Oh. Okay. Fire flower. So this is you telling me you want me to keep the fire flower. I did not pay attention to before. Work in the hole. Why? Well, at least this kills me. I'd rather die than be softlocked. And if you're gonna kill the player, finding dumb shit to do on top of just killing the player is generally entertaining. You don't have to take it right to an ante. I don't think an ante before the checkpoint makes sense, but I also don't think an ante literally at the first checkpoint really makes a lot of sense either. But people can't stop doing it. Yeah, I mean, I cannot turn it off. Okay, so you must have wanted me to ditch this one here. I think you were intending for that to be required, but then to slip through like I did for, with the fire flower. Yeah, I think you can do that with the saw blade. I think you can force the player through a saw blade to make sure they drop the 1. I feel like a lot of people will try and see if they can get out of it with the power-up just to see if it breaks. But I guess we get the hint that we're supposed to keep it right after anyway. Oh, esports. Yeah, starting over instead of choosing to die is what some people will do. I will even do that sometimes. But even with that being the case, I still think that you should kill the player because, one, if I have to do start over too many times, if that is the tone the level sets, I will accidentally start over after I grab the checkpoint, and I will be furious. So avoiding that, making death look easy or simple or fast, is really helpful. Muncher there also. Pretty sure I can get through here with a mushroom. So let's see how well guarded that is. Yeah, we can definitely scoot through there with a mushroom. Which, now I'm not sure if you want me to do that or not. So now I especially want to keep trying. Oh, uh-oh. I think that's going to be a soft lock in there, isn't it? Unless it hurts me. Good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to hang on to that. Okay. No, it doesn't make sense, yeah. Yeah, not only... Like, there's good arguments to be made about it just not looking good or just feeling, low quality or amateurish, that it feels bad to force the player to do that instead of just letting them die. Of you feeding them a death, but also that's an opportunity for you to create a death for the player. That can be more interesting than a spike. It can just be a spike too. You don't have to turn every death into a whole thing. But I absolutely hate getting trained to do start over, because it'll make me impatient and I will autopilot start over after the checkpoint and then be really mad, especially if the level is relatively long and dense. Remember that for when you play my level. Uh-oh. Remember what? Only to have the icicle hidden. Okay. You can also hide an icicle behind a blaster. I think you could even still make that work with the POW. I think you can even still present it to the player. Yeah, as a POW they can pick up. You can shoot a POW, but I know you can hide an icicle behind a blaster. That works pretty well. Hide an icicle. I think you can hide an icicle behind a clown car. There are a couple of things you can hide an icicle behind. That Discord, you ask, you will be flooded with people's good answers for what to hide one behind. But yeah, people are going to keep one if they can. It feels intentional for there to be two. But you could also just hide part of it behind a blaster. It'd be awkward if I had to slip through like a one-tile gap, but you could hide it behind a blaster and a POW that we have to pick up. Oh yeah, but I guess if you do that, then the player's never going to run into it. Yeah. Usually the setup that people go with for that kind of thing is that the icicle triggers something when you're under it, or it hits you when you think you're supposed to hit a block or something. It hits a block the wrong way, that kind of thing. Okay, we probably are supposed to take damage here, not cheese a mushroom through. And then this guy is going to do this. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. Oh, that's going to send it. Okay, that's what sent it. For some reason, I thought he was going to kick it, and that was going to do something. Claw grabs the fireball down there. And then this is going to be, I feel like expecting the player to know they can kick the Koopa shell into that to flip it and get through it without taking damage might be beyond the expectation of something that everybody should know, but I feel like most people would know. But it's right on the edge of, like, maybe you can't expect every player to know that. That's a really stupid death. That was good. There definitely shouldn't be... There shouldn't be soft locks at all. But, like, there extremely shouldn't be any intentional soft locks after the checkpoint. Like, that's from, like, you're making a bad stylistic choice to you are making the wrong choice. Well, dumb. Really dumb things are funny. But that's the good kind of dumb. It's like really, really stupid trolls where the player stands there. That's one of the things that I think I tend to really focus on is that the best trolls are setups where the player makes the wrong choice and immediately knows they made the wrong choice. I went on there and I wondered where it was going to go and I waited until it hurt me. And that was the wrong choice. But I made the choice to stand there and just let it happen to me. Maybe I should just use that thing over. That's right there. We might actually... Probably could go around there. Really awkwardly. How's Car doing up there? Oh, this friggin' wait it's gonna grind my gears the longer we go. First checkpoint. I think a really good, like, general guideline for the stretch to the first checkpoint is that if you're doing everything correctly in the level, it should take about 30 to 60 seconds, like, max to get there. Keep that. I don't know what's in him, but probably doesn't matter. So this we need, that we need for the switch to flip. Let me get up here. I don't even know why I made it. Well, then remove it. And we have a 50-50 on the... Yeah. Oh, does this take some time? Insult, criticize, current level. I mean, we've been doing it. Yeah, we've been doing it. Don't softlock player so much. I think we covered that, but that's the main one so far. You won't get back in there? Yeah, I guess it's offset and he just won't get back in there. Yeah, I don't know if we all, well, yeah, it's just to kind of trick the player into kicking it the wrong way and then thinking, oh, I should have kicked it into that. But I feel like some people will be like, well, I can't kick it into that, it'll hurt me. I don't know if people generally know that for certain, but I would definitely pay attention to that when other people play it. Does everybody instinctively know they can kick a shell against the wall and not take damage, that there's a second before it's active? I don't know if they do. Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't really have a sense of purpose. Some of the But if you know something feels like bullshit or feels pointless, you can either look at like, well, how can I use this some other way? Does this set up some conditioning for the player where they will expect the middle block then to be bad next time and then actually they needed it this time? I don't know if that's a great troll, but it's something. It's better than just that. And then we just won't get it out next time. But yeah, not everything has to be a troll. Not everything has to be deadly. You can set up a lot of anxiety and a lot of weird expectations on the player's side on what I am expecting to have happen by not doing anything to me. By just having it be 5 blocks, then I jump on them and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then the next time you set up 5 blocks, I'm terrified and I have no idea why you're doing it again. Or what's going to be different now, and then I'm going to stare at it for 10 seconds, which you can punish me for, or you can make something else hit the blocks and then have every single one of them have big chain chomps and they get sprung right into the player or something like that. Like you can do something. You can do something with this. Thank you. Accidental down input. Okay. Feel pretty called out. That was where I wanted to go. That was where I was gonna check. Now I know it's probably blocking off something I need to get down there for. Yeah, that's probably what that was. That was probably trying to block something off in the lower right-hand corner. Next pro level I make, I'm gonna immediately give it to you, then make a version 2 base in your feedback. And I will be here. I yell at stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, some Wednesdays. Some Wednesdays are gonna be Super Mario World. And then some Tuesdays will be Super Mario World after we do newer levels for a while. Esports. Oh yeah, I think we can kill that with this too, can't we? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can kind of invalidate a lot of those trolls just by having this Shelmet too. Okay, get rid of that. You made all these a long time ago and only just now uploaded. I'm supposed to remember that? Did you tell me that before? Because I don't remember that. Sometimes my memory is not great. Some have said. Some have noticed. Yeah, we are, I plod a little bit. I know I go slow. But we're 2 minutes here, so I really hope the checkpoint is close. Hey, yeah, that's closing off the pipe to the right. Door to the right. We can probably get back in here. Yeah. Fish. Okay. Yeah, I really hope the checkpoint is through that door. But the easy way to measure it is when you're playing through the level and you're going fast because you know everything's there, the right place for a checkpoint is like maxed out right around 60 seconds. That's an appropriate density generally to hit, you know, that 30 to 40 minute mark for people playing through a level, which I think is the high end of acceptable for playing through a troll level. And I tend to be a little bit slower. We better go kill that. Oopsie. I guess we can still get through there. Yeah. Yeah, actually, we can kind of invalidate almost every troll here. Oh, I want to hit the ice first. Really would have thought they would bounce on top of the muncher. Nope, we're not getting back through there that way. That's good. All this weight. All this weight. Yeah, also don't make players wait for P-switches. Find something for them to do if a P-switch must be finished before something. That kind of thing. It's so annoying to just have to stand there for 15 seconds because a P-switch needs to finish before you can move forward. Alternatively, rather than finding another way to hide the icicle, just make the player need a second POW right away on something else. Like, have them carry it forward to remove a muncher or similar. If that's what works the best to cover him up there. But I also feel like with the two POWs, you're never going to run into the icicle because you're going to grab one and the other one should prevent you from moving forward, right? Oops. Oh, man. I forgot to end my exercise, so now it says I was biking for 4 hours. No, it's not going to count it. I can't have it count 4 hours of me sitting. There are some faster ways to have a bomb blow up too. I think if you just put a actually, oh no, you want to fire there, I guess, as a troll. But if you put if you have the bomb come out with a block moving back and forth, that'll just crush him and explode him really fast. That kind of thing. There's definitely a setup you could find that would let you blow him up faster. Set all that off, which also gives that that Koopa Troopa shell a better chance of flying into the player and hitting him. Okay, so just hold right, I guess? Yeah, I don't love having to hold right to beat the muncher there that I don't have an opportunity to sit and think. Because it also means we're probably not going to check the left. Door here. Really? Oh, no? Yes. Yeah, okay. That's so weird. So what is the point of that? There we go. That's the point of it. There's a muncher there if you try to jump back up right there. Okay. There is a troll there. I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, I feel like you kind of covered it, but okay. I don't know exactly how people learn the right way to do it. but there's a lot more comedy generally in predicting exactly where the player's going to be and slapping them there. And then that feels a lot more, it feels more clever and it's more entertaining to see than to just, every time I jump, every time a thing happens, there's a muncher there. There's a Kaizo block there. And we're not painting the whole world in them. It's not every single pit, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're never actually gonna accidentally run into the icicle there. I feel like even covering the icicle, it still kind of comes off as, well, why? If the player takes this out of here, they could make a real mess with it. They can definitely soft lock themselves again. Yeah. I'm just gonna die immediately. Yeah, it's almost 3 minutes. No. 4:12 was it? I think it was 4:12 making our way there. Yeah, 4:12, so about 90 seconds, about a minute and a half. Yeah, a little earlier would be nice. Not the end of the world. Yeah, you could kill the muncher. Blocks you from the pipe with that second POW. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely use it to break something. If we killed that turtle shell, if we threw it in there while we were waiting for the Bob-omb, I think we'd just be flat locked out, because we'd kill the Bob-omb too, wouldn't we? So then the switch wouldn't flip and we wouldn't have the shell. I think we'd just be dead in the water. Yeah. Because especially when it's just like, oh, you tried the wrong slot in 2 slots. That is less of you predicting what I'm gonna do and you putting a muncher esports in the only place I'm gonna jump. That's just sad low-hanging fruit. That's what that is. There it is. Knew what was coming. You want broken track? Oh, tell people to download if you're doing broken track stuff. I'm not teleporting through that. Ooh. Oof. Great. Great, it's also going to be a speed bump. It's not the worst speed bump, but it isn't a good troll, and... okay. I'm sorry, you did a broken track set up to push me into a hole right next to there. That's so stupid. That is so wasteful. That's not a good enough troll to risk your Nintendo account over. Oh, but yeah, Nintendo is still actively taking action against people for using things like broken tracks. I don't think you shouldn't use them, but do coordinated upload, especially if you're delivering it to people like on Twitch, is send them the level code and then pull it down after they download it. Tell people to download it, that kind of thing. But yeah, I also feel like that's a lot for such a silly little troll, which is honestly pretty funny in that it's such a silly use for a broken track, but it's so like visible. There are ways you can hide that too. Hide the broken track there. I think if you just put some stuff, you could pile on. Yeah, actually, hang on. If over here to the left, you had a bunch of tracks, you could make a suspicious looking thing here. Bunch of tracks that have some stuff on them that then comes over and dumps out onto this track. They all dump right onto there. So then you have, say, a bunch of bouncers or whatever covering up the edge of this track because there's so many on here that it covers it up, and then it looks really suspicious, and then the player may freeze the second they get on here to see what happens rather than jump on it and jump right off of it, which most people playing at troll level I feel like are going to recognize a broken track and what it's going to do. So I do feel like if you put in the effort to hide the broken track, and then the only thing it does, especially if the whole level stands pretty well on its own, that setting up something like that is really, really like throwing it away for a really silly joke, which is funny. I don't know how to make better broken track trolls. Yeah, I mean, hiding it is a good start. Hiding it and then doing that is a good start. You can do a lot with your ability to, like, teleport the player or move the player incredibly quickly. So it's just finding something funny to do with that. You're just gonna be over there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of munchers. A lot of munchers in blocks. Actually, if you're gonna throw it away, you should be able to predict the exact position the player will be in with the onion skin after the teleport. So let's say the teleport goes from here, the player is right here, to like exactly this point. Have just that point be a spike. Have that specific point be a spike. So then the player is immediately like, well, wait, what's in the hole? And then they go in the hole next one and they die and are just like, well, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I feel like that could be pretty funny. Because then you're kind of leaning into throwing it away on a really silly, really, really quick death instead of setting up more with it. And then you're hiding it also. Yeah, hiding it and doing something like that I feel like would be kind of funny. Yep. I missed last time? Oh, that starts moving, right? And I think we do want to go this way. This criticism. I mean, it's fine. You know, most people's first and second troll levels are all Timmy, end to end. There it is. Thanks. That camera scrolly thing there. Mean. Mean. Is that fireball? Okay, there we go. I was gonna be pretty upset if it was a soft lock. Put a conveyor down there to walk the player into the little thing there. So they get pushed into it, maybe? Oops. I'm gonna do that a lot of times. Yeah, this isn't like the tragic Timmy garbage that, like, is absolutely hopeless. You have a... Especially if you aren't looking at... Like, if you're getting all of your troll ideas from watching, like, Carl or something, and not any direct engagement in the community, but, like, from watching somebody play trolls, and then you were like, oh, I want to make trolls. You know, doing pretty good for that. Get off it right away. Brain stopped. Yeah, it's not as catastrophic as, like, something where I have to move right away and I have to not, like, do a specific thing immediately coming out. Like, don't hold right or absolutely hold right is one of those things that feels really bad coming out of a checkpoint. But something really prone to forgetting like that is going to end up feeling bad. That's a fucking silly setup. Yeah, one thing I can't offer good feedback on is my memory is very shit. I don't know what exactly is wrong with me, but I don't know. Bad, lazy, short-term memory. Always been a problem. I take a lot of notes professionally, but outside of that, I tend to just forget stuff. One of my regulars will bring me levels I played like 6 months or a year back, and I will have no recollection whatsoever half the time. So I won't recognize plagiarism, and I do know some people get pretty mad if you lift like a setup block for block from them. Oops, did it again. Yeah, I feel like this would be funnier if you get that fireball to fall exactly on this spot, and then you just trap the player at the bottom of a tube rather than having to walk into here. It's very minor, but I feel like you have more... Like, I feel like it's a little funnier than that. Like, you definitely get the concept of, like, a little extra makes it better than me just falling in a pit and dying. That putting something on top of me falling in a pit and dying, well, now we're gonna do a silly thing first before you die, can add comedy, can make a setup, like, work better, or be just generally funnier. Can also end up feeling punishing if we forget and fall into it over and over again. And get more annoying the longer the level is. But at least there's a clock right there, which we will maybe remember that's where it is. Or we'll catch it when we're trying to jump up the way that we're doing there. So now, is this just... Is it a hold for a big jump, or do I just... I think I skip it and I go up here, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That was anticipating me holding jump and bouncing up, I guess, and getting pushed in there. Which is pretty funny. Oh, God. Yeah, not every little point of advancement needs a muncher. That doesn't feel like I made the wrong decision and then something bad happened to me, that I'm being punished for my decision. That feels like something is happening to me, and then I have to learn that that happens, and then I can proceed. Oh, why do you have a Ren Fair headpiece? You bought it? Okay. How much was it? That was $40?
It's handmade.
How do you know it's handmade? I don't know. There are machines that
literally knit
stitch
it.
stuff now.
It's
There are machines
cute.
that do that now. That's been a thing I've been seeing, is that people are getting so much like mass-produced crap on Etsy that people are now like looking for actual handmade earmarks, like things that tell you it's handmade, because there's so many things that are just handmade. No, it doesn't. Find the listings. Find the listing, and I will find you the AliExpress seller who sells them. Now back to me yelling at Mario. Okay, muncher. Wow. To cover this bread, I guess. Probably another muncher. And then that'll block the pipe when we go through there. It's mean to just lie to the player with a hint in a level where we already need the hint, so I hope there isn't a coin block there, but I'm not going to check right now. There's the mushroom. There's the next checkpoint. Thank God. Let's go back and check. Oh, we can go up there. Shit, are we going to get soft-locked if we go up there? We might get soft-locked if we go up there. I guess we can still get the muncher out if there is anything. Yeah, there is one. Okay. We can get the muncher out and die here. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like just a hint that's a lie isn't a troll. It's a lie. Oh, I left scribbles all over the screen. Look at me. Get out of there. I forgot to make the overlay less annoying, which is good for troll levels, so I did it. Now I'm transparent. Okay. 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 I like that both of them are viable. I feel like like the core of like a 50-50-90 is catching the player making a bad choice here, whereas this just feels like a 50-50. The spring did feel smarter. Oh, and then we need the mushroom, sure. The spring did feel smarter, but I feel like the best possible thing is you figuring out a way where me having anything in my hands ruins it, and I'm supposed to pick up neither, that I'm supposed to skip them both. Yeah, no, it looks like that is correct, but I forgot the mushroom. I forgot the mushroom. I hate myself. Isn't it? Oh, do we need the muncher for the door? We need the muncher for the door. Okay, yeah, no, actually, is that what we're doing? So then what are we doing here? Well, that's the opposite of what we want. That's the exact opposite of what we want. Okay. Oh, are we throwing it early? Okay. I wish the mushroom was to the left of the checkpoint. It's not the end of the world, but so chuck it early so the wave doesn't catch the other one. Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right. Some people might just do that, but no, that covers the spread there. Yeah, and you probably won't notice the muncher until you do it wrong again. Really expecting a muncher under that door, so glad there wasn't. Is this, right? That's a weird hint. Bomb. Spicier bomb. E and a block. Oh, does something bad happen to me if I go in there? So I'm supposed to hit from over here? I guess we'll do what we're supposed to do. One of the things that you can do in a ghost house level specifically to help, we'll cover it when we come back here. But I won't be harping that aesthetics really matter much at all. It's always nice, but they don't really matter in a troll level. And if anything, they can be distracting if you focus too hard on it. On pretty aesthetics, they can be distracting or they can get in the way of higher setting up trolls. But in ghost houses in particular, oops, get them. Give me a sec. Oh, actually, we can see it here. These don't look exactly the same as hard blocks, but if you break up the tiles a little bit with something else, and we have more of these, it can make obvious hard block setups like that not stick out as much and not like stick out like a sore thumb a little bit. If there are more chunks that are breaking up these blocks a little bit on the edges. I forgot the mushroom again. Oh my god. So in ghost houses in particular, studding the actual walls, the ground tiles with hard blocks will give you more solid blocks like this, just the solid square tiles, as well as more hard blocks in general, and will make will help those types of solutions not stick out as much. But in a room where we're using a bomb to get through, people might still be like, oh, I can bomb the wall there. Okay, let's try what it looks like is correct here. I'm guessing there's going to be a Kaizo block in the hole. Yep. And then we're going to get the key from the side with an invisible block there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if the player goes back in that pipe and then jumps straight up, I think that's definitely a soft lock. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that was my immediate thought was, oh, I should go see what that is. Yeah, there's, in that Discord that's linked in that chat command from up there, the troll one, I can pull it up again too if you need it. There is a playtesting request queue where I will pull stuff out of if it's slow. I ended up doing that today. Well, we've been working on Boom Boom World. Then there's a troll library for once levels are finished and high quality to submit to. Were you just telling me to blow this block up? And then there's a key above it, maybe? Okay, I think you can make that hint clear. Yeah, I think you can make that hint a little bit clearer. By literally just illustrating exactly that. By, like, literally taking a snapshot of that. Of that exact block setup and just putting a key at the top of it. Maybe even a key with a block on top of it and people will get it there. Go. Oh, if at all possible, once the player goes in here, and it'd be complicated, but you can detect a Kaizo block getting hit. You could just have it set something up before you kill the player, but something that, when I hit the block in here, that ends up opening this up one way or the other, would help show the player, like, that's what's next. They should notice. They should... I feel like most people will almost immediately notice it, and if they don't, will think that it's next. I would also be concerned about somebody not... I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's no way not to notice. I refuse to play with that. Oh. Oh, oh. I really wanted to just make it in there and not get teleported. That's the thing. Doesn't matter. I lost it. Okay. What are we doing here? Aww. Yeah. I don't think a CP1 is inherently bad. But when a CP1 is just an, like, obligate punishment, like, I want to do something to the player, and I have hot takes on anti-softlocks. In general, I don't like an anti-softlock. I really don't think a skill check makes sense when one of the guiding lights is that it shouldn't be that difficult to level once you know what the trolls are, that you should be able to just breeze through it. I think that's important, and anti-softlocks fight that concept at their core, and are really stupid. But you can fix that with a mercy mechanic, and an anti-softlock that is legitimately entertaining, and isn't a super high skill check can be a fun experience, blah, 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 blah. There's shades of gray there. Same thing with a checkpoint 1, is that you can do funny CP1, especially if you're creating, like, a really high tension setup for the player, where they know that's hanging over them, like they can see a CP1 is in the cars kind of thing. You can do things with it. Or fake CP1 that's a CP3, or a CP1 that's designed to subvert player expectation in some way. But a CP1 that is just punitive, that, like, we missed the jump, or we didn't predict the thing correctly, and now we get CP1 dumb. Not only is it overdone, but I don't feel like it really brings that troll to anything, because all you're doing is, like, the only transaction there is I am losing my time because I did not do something correctly or predict correctly. And especially when there's no way, when it's not even a choice, when it's a difficult jump, or, like a 50-50 where I can't make a prediction. Like, I can do this and get off of there. But again, we know how broken tracks work, so this should be... Like, if you want to set something up at the end that leads into a anti or some type of CP1 or that kind of thing, we want to have it riff off of a previous experience, and maybe this time we want to ride the blue shell, the blue coaster, because that's the immediate thought there. In a better level would be like, well, wait, we saw this exact setup before, and this time they're not covering up the broken track when it was hidden last time, so maybe I'm supposed to ride it, but maybe I'm not supposed to ride it, and you know, you can have fun with that, with getting in the player's head that way. But something more than just broken track and then got him. Aww. I thought I would just, like, make it. You don't fall into a 2-tile hole that way? Blah. into the 2-tile hole. Can I jump off this? Can I do like a little really weird P thing here to just cheat? Oh, good. If we hold left there, we can die. Does seem like the second half is significantly shorter too, which is good. We spent a pretty good deal of time on this, but not like a crazy amount, which is good. That can often be a pain point, I would say, for people who are early in making troll levels and want to keep doing it, is absurdly high density. But it does feel like there's a lot more in the first bit that you could move the checkpoints around a little bit. God, so then we actually do have to do this, like, really awkward little re-grabby jump? Oh. Yeah, it's an awkward jump. Maybe it's just a runoff. I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult to do, so it's probably just a runoff, but definitely don't do a skill check at the end that leads into a CP1. That's fucking horrible. That's just a rough goddamn thing. In general, a skill check in a troll level doesn't work. You really can't mix Kaizo and troll level real effectively. One madman did. And somehow made a pretty decent level out of it. That was crazy. I wish I remembered the level code for that level. Yeah, maybe it's just runoff? Nope, it's not runoff either. Really is just a skill jump at the end here. Yikes. Oh, good. And I found a softlock trying to go back in the pipe, which, you know, there isn't a good reason for me to need to do this. But here I am, having done it. I don't need to hit the goal. Jump from the very back block. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it also shouldn't require you to, like, solve a jumping puzzle to get through at the end. Yeah, I'm excited to see, where that, winds up at the end. There's a better level there that you can scratch out of it. One clear. Poor guy. Yeah. Yeah, the last thing like that really puts bad taste in your mouth. Having a really awkward jump at the end really just... What's the opposite of sticking the landing? Like, if you fall over at the end and then shit your pants? That's a pants shit right at the end. You know, like a 5. It is a tepid 5. A medium temperatured 5. It's especially for, like, being very early on, your second troll level, but probably your first actual troll level that isn't like Timmy Trash after somebody yelled at you for Timmy Trash, I'm guessing. There are some bones of some... Log. Got a slur in your name. Can you play the level I just uploaded? Absolutely. There are the bones of, okay troll level in there. No need to download. Gotcha. Like, it's close. There's pieces, of a good idea there. But yeah, there's a lot of room to improve. But there also seems to be some potential in what you're going for that I think that if you just keep at it, you will be able to make better things. If you get frustrated with improving it... In the fuck are we doing here? This is weird. Okay. That stops them. Oh my god, okay. Okay. And this is telling me where to do it? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, I want to ride that one. Oh, man. Man, what a weird thing. Oh. What a neat little thing here. I think I wanted more vine. Oh, no, I'm... I immediately like what we're... Yeah, the little training room is really good. Forcing me to get on the vine right away on the second one means we're doing more than this, than just putting him in the places and crawling through them. Oh, it's a pipe. Oh, I almost couldn't see that that was a pipe. Let me get myself out of here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the VODs all go up on YouTube. You can ping me on Discord. I can send you a link to the timestamp in the VOD, too. Or to the level if I cut it up. I might cut it. Unlock. Oh, that was probably going to freeze the blaster in place, huh? You're not really going to make me do that, right? You're not going to turn into a Piranha precision level? Okay, no, you're not. Cool. Cool, and also, thank God. This is cool. You know, the rooms with little gimmicks in them, it's really reminding me of, Celeste, of that goddamn, the hotel level in Celeste. Oh, now we're moving a little more here. A very cool gimmick. I've been working through Boom Boom World, and just finding cool gimmicks like this, and then making a level around them is pretty much the best thing I think you can do with stuff in Mario Maker. Most ideal Mario Maker experience. There we go. For traditional levels. Really wish... Ooh, okay. Really, really, really wish we could get a Mario Wonder style. That stop? Okay, that stops him. Oh, and then just go on the... Yeah. I was like, how do I flip the switch again? But I'm not going back. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I don't understand what happened to me with Boom Boom World the first time. I'm guessing we must have started it, and then maybe I had to take off, and then I completely forgot about it, and I never played it again. And then somebody suggested it, and I dove into it and was like, how the fuck did we not finish this? So yeah, we've been taking little chips off. Little bites off. Now we're doing the switch flipping in here. So what's gonna... Oh, maybe when we get up there and we break that in the top right, that's gonna... When we touch it, the switch will turn off? I can't imagine I'm supposed to make my way over to that door. Yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Hang on. Am I really stupid? I literally ignored this door over and over and over again. Maybe a little, but it didn't matter. Exit only. Butthole door. Yeah, no, we're not making it. We're not making it over there. There's no way. Butthole door if you're boring. There, saved it. Yeah, it's tight. It's definitely a tight little spot. Uh-huh. Oh, that did do it. Okay. He does not break if you touch over here, and I thought it wasn't working. So maybe 2 blocks right here, too. Maybe something to make me do that in the middle. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, I like the single room design generally. This room is a little tight, though. This room feels like I'm choking. Aww. I like just getting a 1-up at the checkpoint. If I had any strong criticism for Boom Boom World overall, it would be, for the love of God, slather me in 1-ups at checkpoints. Some levels are quite long, and it's not generally a problem, but it is goddamn depressing to fucking game over on a really long or very difficult level. Am I supposed to be able to reset at that reset door? That reset door is fake. I'm just supposed to turn the switch off when it's red and proceed. It's the thought. Not the thought that counts. I'm glad the thought was made. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're doing this. Okay. Yeah, that room's a little rough. Oh my god. I thought you were gonna fucking touch me. Okay, good. Bananzab, thanks for dropping something in there. I think I moved that semi-solid over, which made the reset way too tight. Yeah, I honestly am not sure if I can even get in there. Oh no, I have to do it again. I have to do it every time. Oh. Ow. Oh, if you jump there, you are off on the timing. Don't do that. Yeah, also, touching that, piranha plant there keeps making me think, like, no, I can't just jump from the blue block. I might be able to. I think I can back up and launch off of the edge of the blue block there. Sports, but I keep hesitating because it feels so tight. It feels like I can't get it one way or the other, so I keep dropping down and waiting a cycle. Which also feels rough when it doesn't feel like it's intended for me to be able to do that. Ow. My cat is very long. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely can one cycle it. Yeah, either 2 blocks or moving them down 1. I think if you move them down 1, just have an extra headspace would make it significantly more forgiving. I know it's not gonna touch me, but I don't like munchers coming at me. And please tell me I'm allowed to have this. Okay, yeah, no, we needed to break that block. I didn't think this through. If we were in the middle here... Yeah, if we did it in the middle, we might be able to just go from here. But I doubt that's the case when there's one on the other side here. I'm guessing I'm supposed to make my way up there and turn it back on, maybe? Wow. Crackers. Are you really gonna make that face at me? Oh. Hang on. Even without the girls here begging me for cat stuff, sometimes it's important. Oh god, where's Andy? How am I like this? The other cat came and ruined the shot. He was so long. He was being so long. Dog. He ruined it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, cat distraction is over. Good time. Yeah, is there a middle ground there that lets us just break this? No. Uh-oh. Nope. This is not one of the things that we can stop in the middle. I thought I would be able to stop it in the middle. Made a mistake. Doo-doo-doo. Now Pud is the king of the castle. Yeah, we're not, we're not running out of levels. We're not drying off. We're not drying out and running out. We're having like streams where nobody brings a level. That would be very sad. But it does feel like Mario Maker is slowing down. Ouch. I wanted a reset there, but ran out of doors. That won't happen. You still got pipes. You can just have a pipe that's blocked on the other side. Maybe with a little picture or a little joke or, Time Warper 2. Or, I don't know, picture of a hot tub, because I think those was the time machine once. Mine does not do that. Almost killed a guy once, though. But he has other problems. Ugh. But yeah, you can do something with the pipe that gives the player a little reset, and you can just have nothing on the other end, or you can have that be an opportunity to show off the pixel art that you're using for the title card if you end up doing that. Red. Uh-oh. Oh my god. That feels bad. Oh, that feels bad too. Oh. But yeah, we are getting to the point where Maker's getting kind of slow. And I unfollowed JDQ on YouTube and was confused and thought, oh, they must... Is it still going? Is it this week or whatever? That must be why it's bad. But no, it was like 2 weeks ago or something. And it's just been slow. It's sad. Oh my god. Just eating drugs. You know, if push comes to shove, there's some other user content games that I can start playing that are pretty fun. Questmaster's good. Oh my god. But there isn't as much in Questmaster. You know, troll levels, find a couple of levels, find some cooldown levels, play some stuff, and then play Super Mario World as an option. But god, do I wish Nintendo would just be like, Mario Maker 3. Mario Maker 2, Switch 2 patch. And we're adding items and styles again as DLC. Give us money. Just something. Anything. Anything to breathe some life into it. Aww. Because I want to keep playing Mario Maker, but I don't want to play endless. I don't want to play endless. I want endless levels to come to me. Endless decent levels. Next big Switch 2 game. I don't know. I feel like a Mario game is the obvious thing to do. And I feel like with Tears of the Kingdom having come out so recently, and Nintendo bafflingly deciding to charge people for 60 for basically a Game Genie code, it is unbelievable how stupid the Zelda patches are. Like, I'm glad everyone has access to 60 FPS for Zelda. Still plays a lot better on PC, and that would be my recommendation, if at all possible, is to play it in emulator. But I can't imagine they have a Zelda game in the hopper for a while, for coming out for a while. So probably Mario Odyssey 2? But I feel like if that team was working on DK, that can't be close either. Maybe we'll get something like, yeah, maybe something like Splatoon 4 or fucking... Was there an ARMS 2, or did I hallucinate that? I feel like there was, but nobody cares. ARMS 2. No, I don't think there was ARMS 2. So maybe ARMS 2? I hope not, because ARMS is not fun. I'm sorry, ARMS is just not fun. It's an okay concept for a fighting game, but I think it's a lot like Drag X Drive, where it's a good concept that's going to be executed in a way that's terribly unfun. Did it get slower? I feel like Splatoon 4 would be so lazy. Like, what the hell are we gonna do with Splatoon 4? But what, I guess, you know, that's kind of what you do with shooters. Maybe I would be more excited if I had played any of the single-player experiences, but it never clicked for me. I never got into it. Yes, actually, Smash Bros. Is probably right. Maybe Mario Wonder 2? Because I feel like there's a lot you can do out of Mario Wonder. But I'm also really surprised we didn't see a Mario movie platformer yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got, like, Chris Pratt in the Mario movie platformer. Mario Bros. Movie, the game. That would be incredibly disappointing. Hello, Decoin? CP3, okay, cool. Oh yeah, because now we're gonna key die, right? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Key die at CP3, but you're just telling us. That's nice. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, this is cool. Oh, okay, cool. Cool pivot. We need more. We need more floor. I would love it to be New Smash Bros. I would absolutely love it to be New Smash Bros. And I think that is the only thing I would want more than Mario Maker, and if only because Smash is the only like social game I play with people. Oops. DM turbo controller. Stop being a turbo button. There. I would get more out of Mario Maker though. I'm pretty sure, let's just double check, but I'm pretty sure I have more hours in Mario Maker than I have in Smash. Yeah, just a little tiny bit more hours in Mario Maker than Smash. Just a teeny tiny bit more. No, stop it. Go home. Go back to Mario Maker. Oops. Skip the one up. There we go. Couple extra tiles. Is it gonna turn back on when I hit the P switch? Okay, good. I would have been sad if it turned back on and I was supposed to be faster somehow. Oh, don't make me wait out the P switch, please. Come on, you're better than that. Okay, no, you are not. P switch is just happening. Cool. Well, it stops at 9,990. Yeah, I mean, some of it is for sure that I left it on sometimes after stream. But we have been streaming it 10, 15 hours a week for like 5 years, and I played it a bunch before that, and before handheld PCs were a thing, I played it all the goddamn time. I would just carry my Switch around and play Mario Maker. Yeah, play a lot of Mario Maker. GG. Yeah, really, really great concept. That's a test. That's a test. That's the beta. Oh, yeah, really, really great. It'll be interesting to see the end result when it's done too. Feel free to bring it on back. Yeah, that's great. That's fucking great. You what are you cooking on 9 MMC with that, or 10 MMC? What are we at here? What MMC year are we on? I've been playing through them backwards and I forgot where we are. I don't think we do 9 MMC? Yes, we did. No, 9 MMC was the music-y one. So yeah, are you cooking on 10 MMC? Yeah, that was great. That was really, really great. Snoop, how you doing tonight? What did you find this time? That was great. A level about Koopas. Level about Goombas. Level about Spike Balls. Boy, you got stuck in them. Oh, you made a GDQ level? I have that up to watch. I didn't watch the GDQ stuff this year. I didn't test anything for it, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think I tested anything for it, so I had no idea it happened until way after. Just something you made. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah, it's great. Really great. It feels like something that's, you know, that's up there in the quality. Looking forward to taking a look at those GDQ levels. All right, zyzzyva Vaxpert in there. I did not even see that. They bailed, but we'll take a quick peek here and see if they suck, and then we'll then I think it'll be you, Bananzab, and then Snoop. MK3, and then probably a little bit of Boom Boom World. 48R Pog. Poggers. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I initially was going to do Softlock Central. Oh no. Oh god. 4 out of 22,000 attempts and 11 likes. Oh man, I really would have liked to have hassled them about what I assumed was them holding streamers hostage. If it has 11 likes, I feel like that's what they were doing. Can't be good, can it? 22. Oh, 2022 is down to like 3K left. Well, I'm excited to make probably no contributions to that. No meaningful contributions. But yeah, that's initially why I was going to do Super Mario World on Wednesdays, because it's been pretty slow on Wednesdays. But I've been wondering lately, do you guys, some of you guys probably watch a lot of Mario Maker, right? A lot of viewer level streams. Do you think it's, does it seem like Mario Maker is a little busier on Thursday and Friday than Monday and Tuesday? Maybe I should just kind of flip my week around, because my girlfriend works like 15... She has a flexible schedule, so what she does is she flexes it, she mortgages the future constantly, and just will only work like 6 hours each day, or 4 hours, and then Friday she has to work like 15 hours. So I keep thinking like, man, maybe I should just move things over. You'd say more busy Thursday, Friday? And initially when I was thinking about schedule, there were other people that came to my stream, and I would watch their stream sometimes, or yell at them sometimes, who would often stream Thursday or Friday. And I didn't want to horn in on that. I didn't want to flip my schedule directly onto them. We were doing some of the same things, but everybody's gone now. Everybody died. Everybody's gone. It's a ghost town. But maybe we'll start messing around with that. Maybe I'll start trying that next week, the week after. Can I help you, Crackers? Do you guys hear him? King Chaos, you still exist? Congratulations. You stream Mario Maker? I know people are afraid to talk about it. You don't have to be. The only time it really feels self-promoting is when somebody like pops into your stream and it's like, oh, I stream Mario Maker also, lol. Oh, I'm gonna go live soon, lol. You should raid me. Oh, okay, I'm going live. Bye. Anybody? My queue's empty. Like, okay, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find out where you live, and I'm gonna put poop in your mailbox. But otherwise, you know, these streams are dead. Even 2025 UC streams are dead. Yeah, it's really been slowing down. Really been slowing down. And even like communities I'm active in, like the Troll Discord, that's been slowing down, which is really sad. I guess I could start looking at Team Jump or Team Shell kind of stuff. Well, Team Jump. I don't really like... We die a lot faster on the Switch too, which is really nice. But I still feel like it's really hard to get back into Melee because I know what the skill ceiling looks like. Like, I can have a ton of fun playing, Kaizo hacks because I kind of feel like I can get into it. Wait. So is this whole level fucking blue platforming like Kaizo stuff that's also littered with softlocks and we haven't found any yet? Started autopiloting. You're gonna join the team UC, but I assume that's dead. Oh, the uncleared team? I assume there's people working on it. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, that is what they are doing. Wow. Give it a couple of shots, and then we'll just pull it up in the viewer and yell at it. I don't think I'm in the uncleared levels ones. Yeah, it doesn't... Man, I'm never gonna reach for content so hard that I'm gonna, like, try to do stuff that I'm not into, like playing horrible levels. I do think that that's an interesting goal for people to set, and that is the least awful way to play garbage levels, or to feel like you need to complete a garbage level, is because you are helping get clears on every level. But I don't want to play garbage. I like the Switch 2. In general, I'm really happy we have 120 FPS support. I think that every choice Nintendo has made regarding the Switch 2 has been almost all garbage, though. I do not like what Nintendo has become. I do not like that their slow-rolling release is worse than the Switch 1. I do not like that there is almost no gimmick for the Switch 2. I do not like in the world of handheld PCs. Okay, so on the Switch 1, I've collected handhelds. I love handhelds. I have almost every handheld that has existed ever. It's a whole thing for me. So a handheld mainline console, I got way into. I bought hundreds and hundreds of titles on the Switch 1. A little over 300 titles. Pretty sure they're all in the tiles here, but it's a lot. But after handheld PCs came out, I don't want to buy games on the Switch because they might work on the Switch 2. They work on the Switch 2. They probably won't work on the Switch 3. We probably won't have backwards compatibility forever, but anything I buy on Steam, I'll have forever. So, for me, it's a different landscape. It's a different landscape than it was when the Switch 1 came out. So some of the things that made the Switch 1 special aren't as special as they used to be. And, we also don't have anything really cool. Like, I really thought they were gonna do, wireless TV play so that you could use the Switch while you were, playing it on the TV, so we could do Wii U stuff, and they could do DS stuff. And we could have, like, a new gimmick, like an old gimmick, that we get to do again in a really cool way. So that everything has, like, a handheld experience and a docked experience, but you can also have handheld plus docked experiences. The mouse is cool, but we're not doing anything with it. It's... What are we gonna do with it? Like, a mouse isn't, like, that creative a gimmick because we've had mice on PCs forever, so... There's not a lot. And a lot of that could be overridden with a, like, absolutely stacked fucking release schedule. But they're slow-rolling it like crazy. And literally, to play most games at 120 or 60 FPS in emulator is 2 lines of cheat code. 2 Game Shark codes, Game Genie codes, whatever. They're formatted as a patch, but the patch text files are 2 lines. 2 small lines. Where to go, what to change, where to go, what to change. that's pretty much all you need in Tears of the Kingdom, and the engines natively support allowing you to upscale or render them at a higher resolution. Nintendo's been preparing for the Switch 2 for a while in this way, so charging us for upgrades is unbelievably evil. Unbelievably evil. Because it's nothing. It's literally nothing. It's something you could do in emulator immediately when games come out. Which is also pretty depressing. You're most excited. We got a new Nintendo generation in general. Yeah. It's nice to have a better console that isn't an ancient phone processor. But Nintendo usually gives us more, which has been... It's sad that we got so much less. And it's sad that it appears to be their plan. We haven't had a real direct. They announced a partner direct, which, okay, cool. Shovel Knight, or Hollow Knight, great, yeah, let's go. Please announce it. But also... Yeah, I'm not interested. I do not like the joke being Softlocks. I wanted to see where the rest of the level goes, but I don't want to keep suffering awkward jumps to see. If their goal was to make something Bean Burrito-y, it's better than most of them are, but it seems like it's going to get stupider and stupider. So, let's see here. Lies. Literally lying. At least there's a checkpoint. Lying about your thwomps is really mean. Yeah, they really did do a softlock right after the checkpoint. Yeah, what a fucking dick move. What a fucking dick move in a level. This is not a softlock and lets you out after a wait. That's crazy. Oh, that's fucking nasty. What a nasty level this is. Yeah, what a nasty level this is. Oh. King Cass, thanks for dropping something in there. What a nasty level this is. Oh, let's dismiss that one. Okay. And then I was next. Let's postpone me. And then next. And then we have Bananzab, Snoop, and King Chaos. King Chaos, I don't think you were a troll dude person, were you? Yeah, there's a lot to like about the Switch 2. But I really wish we had more. I think if on the low end, like the laziest possible thing they could have done, that would have made me incredibly happy. That would have been easy that I know would have been easy for them to do. Would have been to unlock additional power for every game, and just give us the ability to I left the browser up. To give us the ability to experimentally unlock the frame rate. And with a disclaimer, like, this won't work for all games. And for third-party games, it may have unintended behavior or consequences, so turn it off if it doesn't perform correctly. And some games that tie stuff to the frame rate can just say, like, no, that won't work. Don't allow this to work. Do not allow this to be a thing. But giving us just the ability to unlock the frame rate in some games so that we could experience 120 FPS on things that would support it and have much lower input latency, would be so fucking great. And a lot of games support it. Most first-party titles support it. This has been possible in emulator for a long time, and it's one of the reasons why I like playing first-party games in emulator, and that's legal now. We know it's legal because Meta just won that lawsuit, so we have precedent that anything that you purchase, you can use in any form. That was the determination in Meta's lawsuit, which, you know, fuck Zuck, but they were told that they can legally steal books as long as they purchase them. So, you know, Bananzab, speaking of 25 UC, charges you for utilizing its own specs. Yeah, as a separate purchase. And in some cases, you do get more. Some games that could almost run at 60 now run at 60 without a patch. Mario Maker, for example, death takes like 4 seconds instead of 9 or 10 seconds, which is a huge difference. But also, multiplayer versus is broken on the Switch 2, and they haven't fixed it. Bounce your way through spike territories to steal their sacred flag. Oh, this was just uploaded. That might be why it's 0 clears. Yeah, Yeah, they could have given us all of that. A lot of people get really crazy for battery mode. So yeah, giving us options to lock it down would also be really easy. I'm detecting a theme here, Bananzab. Seem to have an enemy you like a lot. Yeah, it would have been really, really easy for them to give us an experimental. Hey, Stinky, you gonna come in my lap instead of just yelling at me? Yeah, you are. Hang on, what's cat's gonna yell? Would you like to say anything to the internet? Say it right into the microphone, buddy. Nothing? Nothing to say, bump boy? He has nothing to say to you people. That's okay. You can just be Stinky in my lap. All my levels are Spike themed in 3D World. I see that. Hi, Stinky. Oh, okay. Excuse me while I game for a second here. Esports. Oh, I was hoping that would kill him. That would have been nice. That would have been nice for me. I feel a little bit like waiting out the scroll that's going to make this level feel a little tedious here. You comfortable? Here, let me carefully prepare a platform for you, buddy. You for murdering your friend. Yeah, again, especially if you big fan of Spike, I feel like it's really nice to give the player mushroom, especially with how difficult it is to deal with Spike spawning a hurt box on top of his head, so you can only kill him sometimes, and it's really easy for him to be a dick. Oh my god. Don't make me do this. A mushroom is a really nice thing to give the player. Yeah, OLED. I don't play a ton in handheld anymore because I have handheld PCs and I would almost always rather carry that around. But going from an OLED to an LCD again is just mean. It's just mean. Like, they already started doing OLED. I get not wanting to have your base model have an OLED and having to eat the costs on that and all the greed, and number must go up, and, you know, we worship the economy, and if number goes down, that is a more violent thing than genocide. There's nothing worse than not making the number go up. The longer I'm unemployed, the more leftist I get. Oh, did I miss the checkpoint? Was I supposed to go in the red pipe? Oh my god, Spike. That's why. But why the hell would we not just have the base model for 600 or whatever, and then the OLED model for 700? The screen does not cost them more than $100. They're already taking people for a fucking ride on their terrible fucking Pro controller. Do not buy a Switch 2 Pro controller. Buy the 8BitDo Pro 2 or Pro 3. These are great fucking controllers with remappable buttons on the back and all kinds of cool features. The new one is fucking great. It has the types of locks for these, so you can turn the shoulder buttons into clickers instead of sliders if you want. Or the 8BitDo Ultimate 2C is a really great controller with 4 remappable buttons and way nicer than Pro controller. Sticks will not drift because they made it with not terrible stick technology. The Switch 2 is designed, the Switch Pro Controller 2 is designed to be extremely difficult to repair and to break on purpose in every way. And that's just a tragedy. I think that's emblematic. After we saw, iFixit did a good teardown where they go over all this, so you don't have to take my extremely grumpy word for it. But I think that's emblematic of Nintendo's design goals this generation are to hurt us and to make more money on us. My tinfoil hat theory on the Joy-Cons and the Joy-Con drift and the free Joy-Con replacements is that they were doing the replacement slowly on purpose. See where I missed the checkpoint. Oh, did we miss it through here and I just didn't see it? Yes, yes we did. Yeah, I think it's 90 for the new Pro controller, and it just, like, it doesn't, it's not, if they were doing something like TMR or even Hall Effect sticks, I would be like, yeah, you know, that's a lot to pay for a Hall Effect stick controller, and I can't stress this enough. I know third-party controllers used to be terrible, but that's not how it is anymore. That's just flat out not how it is anymore. And this fucking controller for $25, this thing beats the unholy fuck out of what we get with a Pro controller. The sticks will not start drifting. They use driftless technology. They use Hall Effect joysticks in here, which will not drift. They use magnets and they will not wear down. There's a remappable extra shoulder button, and then there's... Oh, this one doesn't have buttons in the back. I think one of them has buttons in the back, but I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, there are really, really, really great options out there for third-party controllers that feel awesome. That feel unbelievably awesome. Yeah, Hori makes great stuff. Power A makes okay stuff, makes decent stuff. And when the Nintendo option is $90 and a competing third-party brand that I swear is higher quality, that I use because it's higher quality, is $30, dude. Nintendo is absolutely fucking robbing people. They are robbing people. That sucks, dude. And I'm sure they're getting a cut of every game sale too, but unlike Steam, and I think Steam has monopoly. I think Steam has a monopoly. I have a ton of criticism for Valve, although it is the platform I would prefer over this type of thing for most games. I still think they are also evil. But they, at the very least, they provide marketing and all kinds of things for people who publish on their platform. None of that is provided by Nintendo. They have a slop shop where you can shovel your shit and then they get a chunk. Then they get a piece of the pie for nothing. I think Valve takes too much. But it is in exchange for something. Nintendo does not offer this. But yeah, I have a lot of criticism for Nintendo, and it feels like it's coming to a head. Got a warranty at Best Buy. If you drop it, you're safe, because those scummy companies use cheap quality. Yeah, the warranty might get you a single replacement for when the sticks start to drift, and that'll be nice. But they will start to drift, and the Best Buy warranty may not replace it immediately if the Nintendo warranty is still active, and Nintendo will take 2 months to replace it, and they will do it on purpose. They were doing that with the I'm pretty sure they were doing that with the Joy-Cons on purpose, because then people would buy more Joy-Cons. And I think now that they've learned that that's the case, they're charging more to get less, so that you will have to buy more. And they'll just like, oh yeah, they break. We'll replace it. Yeah, we'll replace it in the first year. But maybe you just went too hard on it. Okay, no, don't do this. Do not do this. He throws almost right away, doesn't he? Can we one-cycle it at all? I think Nintendo warranties for a year in the USA. We probably can one-cycle it, but we have to jump over him. Yeah, don't put a guy there. That's so mean. You use the Hori Split Pad Pro exclusively. The Split Pad Pro. That's not the weird fighting pad, is it? Oh, the big Pro Cons, yeah. The Hori one is okay. Heidi has one of those, and it's okay. The fact that you can't use those big fucking Joy-Cons wirelessly makes me a little sad. There's a really cool MOBA pad, 8.8 I think it's called. Kind of like a Pro Joy-Cons thing that I picked up a while back. Yeah. Can't find it. But there's a couple of companies who make like a Pro Joy-Con type thing that slides on but can also be used wirelessly that are really, really nice. But they're, you know, weird fly-by-night Chinese companies, so no warranty. Which I don't mind, because I can fix it. I'll just fix it myself if I have to. But that sucks a lot more. A lot harder to recommend that than like something like 8BitDo, who they do have pretty bad support, but they will replace stuff. They'll just be really annoying about it. I wish it was snow themed, so they just had snowballs. That would be nice. Oh. Yeah, a lot of tedious, annoying things to deal with here. Dropped his controller. Take it to Best Buy to get a new controller every year with Xbox. Yeah, I mean, warranties are kind of a scam, so pulling it back to just get a replacement when they're up, when they're eligible, is a pretty good idea. Especially if they cover accidental damage, you know, you can have an accident. One of the things that, of course, I would never do or advocate for, but I've heard tell of people doing, is for things that aren't clearly serialized or well associated with customers, like things you buy on Amazon. If you, say, have a controller that should be covered by warranty, but they're making you wait 8 months for a new one and they don't reply to replies for a week, you could just buy one on Amazon and then put the broken one back in and ship it back, which would of course be illegal and immoral. But I've heard people do things like that. They basically use Amazon to accelerate the warranty process and get a replacement quickly, and then Amazon returns the broken one back, and there's nothing they can do. But of course, that would be immoral and unethical. So I should turn my Switch OLED in when the warranty is up. I mean, that's harder with a console that you have save data on that you'd want to transfer rather than re-download, because they're not going to let you have a new one and transfer the old stuff over. But you could. OLEDs do dim a little bit and take some damage if they're under heavy use, especially if you use it in handheld a lot. But if that's like a warranty with Nintendo, they're going to take a long time to replace it. So esports, you're going to be without a Switch for a long time. This fucking cat. A lot of companies do that on purpose. They slow roll their warranty process to both discourage you from using it more than once, now you know how bad it is, and to encourage you to just purchase a replacement so you have two products. I like the 8BitDo controllers a lot, but when I had one of them wear out that I had placed their own custom buttons in, because they sell different colored buttons, so I bought a couple of sets so that I could put yellow buttons in, and I liked that a lot. It was a purple controller with yellow buttons. It looked really cool. I was happy with it. It started to have some firmware issues, and they sent me a couple of patches that they said would fix it, but then it just wouldn't work. So they were like, okay, well, you'll have to warranty it. It's out of warranty, but because you opened the ticket before, I had to argue with them, but because you opened the ticket beforehand, we'll replace it. What do you want? Okay, just send me the same one. Well, I went back and forth asking if they would just send me a motherboard first. They would not. They absolutely refused, because I just wanted to put in a new board, not send it back. And I was like, well, can you take the buttons out and send them back to me? No. Your controller will be destroyed. You have to take them out if you want to keep your buttons. Like, well, you sell them. You think you could be accommodating. Okay, fucking dicks. You have to return your controller first before we'll ship you a new one. So they make me return my controller and then finally ask, like, okay, we'll send the replacement. What do you want? Purple. No, we're out. And they wait a week, and then after a week, we're out of stock of purple. What do you want? The black transparent one. Nope. Wait a week. We're out of stock of the black transparent one. What do you want? Can you tell me which ones you have in stock? We have everything in stock that we haven't said isn't in stock. Okay. Send me a solid black one. We're out of stock of that. Which one do you want? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I want anything that you have. But they went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth over and over and over again until finally settling on the only thing they had was gray. And it was fucking horrible. It was so fucking annoying. And they definitely do that on purpose to piss people off so they don't make warranty claims. But, you know, joke's on them. I have a couple extras. I'm gonna fucking warranty the shit out of these as soon as the 3 comes out, and I'm gonna get all these replaced. Fucking dicks. Some screens for the... Yeah, I've seen people talking about how there's variants. There's a lot of weird Nintendo boosters who are like, I don't notice anything. But, I think a lot of people just have trouble criticizing Nintendo. Like, they feel like, I like Nintendo, so criticizing them hurts them. Which is weird. I like Nintendo, and I think criticizing them is an act of love. And, like, we're kind of in that position where we want our abusive boyfriend, girlfriend to... stop trying to yank our teeth out with the pliers to sell to get more crack money and to go back to like being a really cool, wholesome company that makes great games, regardless of how good the technology is, and that they recognize the games are art. We want that back. And hopefully being like, hey, don't try to sell me something that ghosts and looks like shit. This is really annoying. Yeah, this is a terrible way to start from the checkpoint. Especially with your dedication to not giving the player a mushroom. It really, really sets up a tedious experience for the player that we are strongly encouraged to one cycle, so we're spending as little time as possible interacting with the elements that you tried to create a challenge with. Which is kind of the opposite of anything that you want, I would assume. Oh. Yeah, and a ton of it is set up in a way that also makes it difficult to one cycle, so it's just annoying in every imaginable way. 2DS is your favorite handheld, not the 3DS. Not the 3D one. I thought once they added the 3D into the new 3DS, that they had finally really hit the nail on the head. Man, it was so sad that people had kind of given up on the 3D by that point, because it was really nice. Oh my god. Yeah, this is shit. Yeah, this is a shit experience. It's difficult to anticipate the different ways in which the level will be fucking annoying. But it is annoying in every single way. So actually working out a line that's going to work for us to get through it is extremely tedious, and there is no fault tolerance whatsoever, because again, you refuse to give the player a mushroom. But this is the kind of stuff that you run into in Super Expert that you're just like, why? Why would you do this? Oh my god, no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. We should not have all these things that kill us instantly, that we have absolutely no capacity to react to effectively. Yeah. Yeah, if you really don't want to give the player any type of mushroom or any type of fault tolerance or hit tolerance in the level, close the queue there, then I would really, really, really strongly recommend making sure that the player has clearly indicated safe places to stand where they can observe what's going to happen. Take a peek here. It was relatively easy to figure out what was safe in the first stretch with the auto scroll. Felt like it was going to be slow, but it didn't end up being too slow or too long, so we got through it. Then we come into the subworld. We immediately have to deal with either one cycling or waiting a long time for this to be out of the way, which is really annoying. This guy should just be gone. This guy should be gone, or this should block him from throwing it there so that we don't have a dangerous mess by the checkpoint. Or just put the checkpoint here and put a mushroom over here that he's protecting. That's the way to do it. These springs that have them throw it right away, or these weird alcoves where it's hard to actually get in there and hurt him, are very frustrating to deal with. Esports. Yeah, especially since I don't think we're labeling. Yeah, no, I think the coins are more decorative than anything else. I think you could use coins to indicate safe areas or semi-solids to indicate a safe area. Like, specifically try to create areas where the player can stop roughly one screen apart so the player can always watch what the pattern is for the next one. Because unpredictability is the least fun thing you can put in a level. And that is what we have a lot of, is a lot of unpredictable and difficult to deal with setups. Like, why have a slit here? The player can maybe slip through if they, like, slide and catch the thing just right, and then, I guess, sort of long jump across, grab the wall and kick across. Meh. Yeah, I think you're really strongly held back by your dedication to not giving the player a mushroom. But even with it, I still think that we would have a better time if we indicated where was safe with a specific semi-solid. It gave the player the opportunity to look at each of the things that they're going to be working through, and especially since there's a lot more room in the subworld, it looks like. Yeah, this isn't very long. You could break this up into individual segments so that you're doing a little bit more of like tough part, easy part, tough part, easy part. That little roller coaster thing that Nintendo likes in their level design a lot. When you're going for a traditional level, it makes a lot of sense. And then you give the player the opportunity to do a little bit of safe platforming, maybe with non-moving spike balls, that kind of thing, and then see the next thing. As they approach it, see what the next spike is going to do before he's immediately pumping balls into their face. Give the player a mushroom. Do 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 do. Wow 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 wow. Oh, it's gone. Coins do indicate safe areas. I guess it didn't feel like that was the case. Love it up over here. Yeah, there are pretty long stretches where there are no safe areas, which I think would help a lot. Okay, really? Hang on. Hang on. So this is a safe area? You're telling me this right here is a safe area? This is safe? I should go to these coins here and just hide for a while? Grab a cat suit? Nope, no mushrooms. And just hang out? Do 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 do. There's some safe coins. But yeah, you know, you can stick to a theme like that. You can get something out of it, something better out of it. The dedication to not giving the player a power-up when you're going for, like if you want to make a challenging course that doesn't feel shitty, I think you can look to like Team Jump and Team Shell even at how they approach difficulty. And I'm not saying you have to make Kaizo levels, but I'm saying that there is an appropriate way to create difficulty that does not have a lot of randomness and a lot of jank. And that is missing in an experience like that. There's a lot of randomness and there's a lot of jank. You can compensate for randomness and jank and make that more acceptable by being generous enough to give the player a power-up. But if you absolutely refuse to give the player a power-up, you need to control how the player is approaching each situation in a way that they can easily anticipate what's going to happen to them, so that you don't have to stumble into a bunch of frustrating weird setups very, very awkwardly and hope that you are in a safe spot. Snoop, let's see what you got. Do 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 do. JK, F and F. Yeah, I did like the 3DS slot though. I felt like the releases got really sad by the end of the 3DS. Around the time we were seeing Sun and Moon, and after that. God, what is this? ScorcherTV. Zero clears. Let's take a peek. I feel like the Game Boy Advance and probably Game Boy Color had like the most solid handheld library that Nintendo ever did, and it was kind of pre-shovelware. Like there were some crappy GBA games and some crappy Game Boy games. But once the DS came out, we started to get more really shitty games. Not too many. DS had a lot of really great games and was a really interesting console overall. But by the time the 3DS came out and the DSi had established the eShop, man, the amount of like shovelware and garbage we were getting just made it harder to find good games that you wanted to do. We got another one. Okay, do we need another one? Yeah, it just feels like normal platforming with some bomb mining so far. If I'm expecting it to get stupid or to have something really terrible at some point. And it like tickles your brain. Yeah, I mean, we had HD Rumble with the original one. I haven't played a lot of handhelds, so I guess I can't really say. And I have played Split Joy-Cons DK Bonanza, a pretty good deal, and it feels fine. Yeah, it feels normal. Aw, what a mean thing to punish me for. Hopefully that was just a long jump and I shit the bed there. It looked too long to be a long jump, though. But the level seems to like long jumps. This is weird. This is weird and awkward. I really wish when Thwomps slammed into stuff like that, that like it worked a little bit like those weird Thwomps in Celeste, where if you jumped, you kept the momentum. Or honestly, if it just threw you off at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then bonked you into whatever you hit, that would be really, really fun. Really too bad we can't do silly shit with Thwomp momentum. Oops, okay, fine, fuck you. Throw you off or have some weird gimmick is very funny. Ooh, oh, it's a bump, okay. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the switch flips and I get pretty grumpy. Usually I'll move on unless it feels like there's potential there or it's worth it, but I have good feedback to give. Okay, a checkpoint. How is it 0 clears? Is it just fresh? Is that what it is? Do I get a date over here? Oh. Yeah, it's just bad. Don't make people mine, for the love of God. Okay, I was expecting a second mine. Yeah. But hey, at least they give us a mushroom. That can be one of those things that people really overcommit on too, is like, I don't want to give you a mushroom. And like, even if you look at like some of the hardest fucking Kaizo in existence, Barb at the end of Grand Poo World 1, 2, and 3 gives you fucking mushroom before the last fight, because of course you want to be able to take one hit. You'll get to see more of the fight and you get to learn more. You'll have a better experience, and it makes difficulty more justifiable if you have just a little bit of a hit that you can take. No checkpoint after the boss. Yeah, having to do the mining every single time is gonna suck. Yeah, this is also why I don't want to play Endless, because I know what's in there. Hoping that would work. Ow. Yeah, just Snoop finds the uncleared dumpster fires. Oh, digs around in them. Pulls something out at random. Random pipe colors too. Oh my god. Well, 2022 was the pandemic. It's a tough time, and I'm sure a lot of people bought Mario Maker and were like, oh, what can I do in this game? Oh my god. Why is the yellow pipe dropping 2? Is yellow faster than green? I thought yellow was slower than green. I must be misremembering, because it's definitely doing it faster. Blue, green, yellow, red. Oh, okay. Guess I thought green was the third one. I really wish we tossed another mushroom down here. That would have been nice. Oh, hot dog licking crackers. What are you licking his cut? That's so weird. He licks his cut and then he just leaves his mouth open after. You guys are being weird. You going in again? You going in for another one? Cracker's like, wait, do I get another treat? The answer is no, fat boy. The answer is no, fat boy. Make it bigger. Go back to what you were doing there. Go back to what you were doing there, hot dog. Be weird. So I can grab a clip of it. So I can grab a clip of it. Oh my god. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, buddy? Why are you trying to stand on him? Why are you trying to stand on him? What is this? What is this? Uh-oh. Hey, is homosexual cat romance Twitch appropriate? Does Twitch have a problem with that? I guess they're both fixed. They can't neuter it. They can't stick it in each other. Why does he do that? Why does he do that? Why does he do that? He licks the cut and then he makes this face like, ew. You're the one who licked it. You're the one who licked it. Hot dog, I'm gonna take a picture. Hot dog, I'm gonna take a picture of that dumb face. I'm gonna make an emote out of it. You friggin' weirdo. Oh my god. These guys are being cute. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Don't bite each other. So cute. So cute. Okay, we're gonna be here for a minute. They're holding hands. Do you see that? They're holding hands. Do you see that? He's holding his hand. He's holding his hand. Very romantic. It's very romantic. Stop biting his neck, buddy. He's got a cut back there. Yeah, you could do something a lot more fun than just having different things pop out of the pipes for you to mine down with and deal with them. Ideally, like quadrants where you're going and flipping a switch on one side and then coming back and flipping a switch on the other side. You can still have those be gated off with bombable blocks. Don't. He had his whole throat in his mouth. Why are you being so aggressive? Why are you being so aggressive? He's probably annoyed that he keeps getting bit by the cut. Hot dog. Hot dog. Dirty boys. Dirty boys. Can't believe he's still going. I can't believe he's still going. Well, oh no, both mics are on. Both mics are on. Oh, that must. Hope you guys like Echo. Both mics were on. Sorry about that. I thought the other one was muted, but I didn't look at it. Oh, I don't think the backflip is the right thing to do there. Boy, they're going at it. Oh, I feel like we almost need to hang on to this mushroom down here, too. Put a duck onto that one. Oh, man. Don't need to spin jump over a lot of these. Yeah, they definitely... They had a checkpoint right before our mining segment like that. Like, we don't even really need the mining section. Like, you can pretty much just skip it. There's nobody out there who's like, oh man, I really wish this level had a bunch of fucking mining to do. Like boss rush. It's just one of those things we don't. Ow. you don't need. Especially in 3D World, where we literally have an item that we can use to break the blocks ourselves. Just let us do that. Give us a hammer if you really want to do it. Oh, you want it to be challenging? Okay, we'll have a survival section and then give the player a hammer after a certain amount of time and let them go through it. Or just skip the mining part. Ow. Well, they don't even allow us to do it here, really. Yeah, Nintendo has a lot of thoughts on how we can have fun, which you can see in the weird action they've taken against troll creators, even in the case of levels that did not have glitches. But sometimes they'll just delete levels because they got too many reports. Because they have weird thoughts on what is and is not acceptable fun. It's a terrible fucking segment to have after a fucking checkpoint. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Scorcher, you make bad levels. No likes. No likes for you. Or at least you made a bad level back in 2022. No points. Is that the only level they made? Yes. They made 2 levels with no likes and barely any plays. A level for my Super World, work in progress, please enjoy. That one has some clears. Yikes. Scott has been playing a bunch of my levels. Is that one of you guys? Okay, next, King Chaos. Let's take a peek here. MTM-BSF. What a bad level you made. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad I can't yell at people. I don't leave comments with feedback really anymore, besides occasionally labeling stuff that should be labeled. That's just like here or dev or something like that. That's something that won't get me in trouble, because I would leave people feedback like, this is bad, you should fix this. This is unfun. This would be better if you gave the player a mushroom and thought about what you were doing here. You can't fit a lot in 75 characters, but I would leave levels. I would leave feedback on levels. People report it, and if Nintendo decides it's bullying, they warn you and they warn you and they warn you, and then eventually they're like, if you get in trouble, I have an email somewhere where they're like, if you continue to leave comments like this, you will be removed from being able to comment, and there could be other actions taken on your account or something like that. Nasty. Like, you're gonna give us access to the keyboard. You've got a word filter and everything else. For the love of God, check the comments. If somebody is reporting a comment for bullying or whatever, and the comment is, this is not fun, this level is very unenjoyable, this level is bad, that's not bullying. Bullying is, I hate you, I hate your level, I want you to get cancer in your balls. I will say that. I won't type that. I tried the long jump. I thought it was 3D World for a sec. Thought it was 3D World, and I fucking spin jumped into a fucking icicle. That's the right way to use icicles or ice tiles. Add a little bit of slippery where you want it, rather than to add it everywhere on Earth. Night theme. Esports. that we're going. Happy secret. Go back to the pipe. Okay. That's cute. You know, secret's nice. Secret's nice. A lot of work for a one-up. I wouldn't get mad about, like, maybe also a fire flower down there or something, but that's fine. Did this to myself. Okay. Ice snake. Pinchy ice snake, maybe? Yeah, I guess if we sat on it, we'd probably get pinched there, but you don't want us to sit on it. Ooh, I hope there was a checkpoint before the snake. There was. I forgot. Lower path is a little easier. Oh, and there's fire flower down here. Yeah, weird. So maybe the thought with the upper path was speedrun strat? No, because you'd have to wait for the icicles. Yeah, weird. Upper path's a lot harder than the lower path. But for no reward at all. I really need to update that. I keep forgetting to update that. I'm going to pull it up so I remember for later. Lower path is hidden? Oh, I gotcha. So you didn't intend for the player to... That's supposed to be like the secret easier path. I guess it felt like it must have been down there just from what we could see on the upper path. Timers. I'll just fix it. I'll just fix it real quick. Bananzab. I really want to get back to Night Rain. But there have been a lot of things that came out. Ow. Nice. That I've been getting into, and I really want to finish Bananzab before whatever the midpoint thing is gets spoiled for me. Late point thing? I don't know. I've seen some people saying that it gets really cool in the end. Okay, that's a cute mushroom. Uh-oh. I'd been trouble if I try to get it. Not much I can do there. Now, Patapon 2 just came back out. I might have actually gotten those on the Switch if I knew multiplayer was Switch only. I guess you can't really see the lower path, but it did feel like it had to be down here, based on what we could see. I'll take that. Missed that the last time. We did not have to worry about bombs so much. Look at that one. We have to worry about a little. Oh, I did not see that icicle coming. I just kind of jumped into it. Air flower. Ow. Bad. Get out of here. Oh my god, I did it again. Oh yeah, actually, no, I think it might be worth, well, this is kind of how it's set up. It's kind of what we're doing, but if you could lower everything down one tile. Yeah, if we could, grab a screenshot here. If we could drop everything down one tile here. Where's my scribbler? Just chop out like this row and drop everything down just one. Then we would be able to see the tip of the ice here. And then we wouldn't be in a position where, and the speed of the level does make us want to jump here. Look at that. Jump here straight onto this and likely hit the icicle right away. We should see the first one, but we could do it there too. But this is definitely one of those like fringe cases where it feels like maybe you should pay attention to the camera here. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it is so easy to jump directly into that and take the hit, which feels bad. It feels like it sneaks up on you. It's not like there's no power-ups in the level, so it doesn't feel like the absolute worst thing in the whole goddamn world. But last time it felt pretty bad to feel like it snuck up on me when all I had left was a mushroom, especially when we were right underneath the checkpoint. When all I had left was a small Mario, no mushrooms. When all I had left was one hit. That's a cute little arena. Is that what we're doing? Oh, no, we're probably jumping on those platforms when they come over, yeah. No? Oh, I don't feel like that's what you wanted me to do. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get up there and touch him. We're just, supposed to also be careful not to land on the spike, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, thanks. Thanks for it not being conditional. I know it's a Nintendo thing. I know Nintendo does it. I hate it. I hate the idea of you're in a better position if you bring a mushroom or a fire flower or whatever from the beginning versus starting from the checkpoint and only having a mushroom. It's so weird to reward players who are better with an easier experience, but Nintendo does lazily do that because they're really committed to conditional power-ups. It's a little tight to get in there with the balls, with the full wait, Mario. And I feel like with the low height above him, that's probably because of how you're moving him around back and forth. But it also feels rough to have to dodge the spike. I feel like there isn't a good reason to have a spike there because when he comes down, his ball is going to push you. So you probably just didn't want the player to camp there. Oh, I guess you could kind of push the player out with, well, you could kind of push the player out, but then you're making a whole thing that's even harder to deal with. Player might camp. I might camp there if there wasn't a spike there. Yeah, that's a cute little arena. It almost could have been too much, but I don't, because, especially since we could take 2 hits, we had a more than enough, like, hit tolerance to be able to, oh, hot dog jump behind the green screen, to be able to take, to deal with everything that you were throwing at us, and it wasn't so much chaos that the only hope that we had was damage boosting, which is really the point where it starts to feel bad, is when we need every hit to just damage boost through everything. Yeah, if anything, I wish I had a little bit more clearance on the jump so that I could do a full height jump and then fall down a little bit more easily into not landing on the spike. But it's not a catastrophe either. We had a checkpoint right on the other side of it, so you're going to touch the spike once and go, oh, I can't land back there after I jump on him. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. 840. Let's do one more Boom Boom World. More Boom Boom World. One of you guys, Scott, who's liking all my courses? Who was playing every course I ever made and liking them? Pretty sure 1-1 from memory is not very good. Yeah, that's not very good. Oh, that's not very good. 1-1 is pretty good. It's dangerous to go alone. Is that still uploaded? No, I think I pulled that one down because it's bad, right? Yeah. I pulled that one down because it needs work. Pretty sure. I don't know why I went into Course Maker instead of looking at my own uploaded courses. I think It's Dangerous to Go Alone needed work. I think it had a soft lock in it. Pretty sure I pulled it down. I hope I did. Yeah. Spicy Ice needs work too. There was something there. This should have had more legs. Okay. Yeah, let's do one more off of Boom Boom. And then we'll wrap it up. And we'll wrap it up for the night. And then, yeah, maybe we'll think about next week, Balloon. Maybe we'll start thinking about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, since that would work better with the madness that Heidi has been doing that is her schedule. I'm not working, so it really doesn't matter. But I still kind of like to have just a couple of days where I'm streaming. That works well for me. I could do a whole week every day and just see what works. When you first started Mario Maker, did you know what makes a level good or bad, or did you learn as you go? Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Mario games forever. I played a lot of Mario Maker 1. I really liked the bookmark system in Mario Maker 1 so that I could, like, look at levels on the shitter at work and then bookmark them and then play them when I get home. That was really nice. Oh yeah, this one. This one that we died in. And I've always been, highly critical esports. I wasn't originally framing it as, I'm gonna give people feedback on their levels. I just couldn't not do it. And somebody a regular pretty early on suggested, like, oh, you should just put that in the description because people want feedback. Oh, interesting. Eating. People will want feedback. People want that. Most people don't give feedback. And it's like, oh, really? Okay. But I've always been like this. If I have strong feelings about a game, positive or negative, you know, I'll yell about them on Twitter, but I will go beyond that and I will find, you know, developer names are in the credits. A lot of times, websites have contact information for the team. But if they don't have contact information for the team, they may have just a general contact thing, and I can request they send it to the team. Or I can look up individual developers. Like, let's say I had a problem with the level design, I can look those guys up on LinkedIn and see if I can send them an email that way. And tell people how I feel about things. I'm happier if I know that I can express how I feel to the person who made me feel that way. That is what I really miss about old Twitter, too, is before the total Not-So-Fication, you could find some, like, one-off developer talking about, like, yeah, I did this and this and this segment on this game, and then you could directly engage with them and be like, yeah, I really loved this. This thing. I really loved what you did here. I really hated this entire segment. It was horrible, and I wish that it was not there. There was a weird time for a while on Twitter where even with essentially no influence, you could get in touch with anybody, and they see it, but they may interact with you about it too and be like, oh yeah, this and this, and explain, talk about it, justify it, or defend it, or agree with you, that kind of thing. Explain what happened that led to those decisions. That was really cool. Imagine some kid got Mario Maker for Christmas, uploaded a bad level, put the game away, and their parents get a random long. Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice. It'd be nice if I could email little Timmy's mom and be like, hey, just so you know, your kid sucks dick. Okay? He should not be allowed to make levels. That would make me happy. But also that's why the stream is flagged 18+. Children should not watch me. No one under 18 should watch me. No one under 18 should get feedback from me. I'm a little prone to hyperbole. But I try to be constructive. If I'm emailing somebody about something in a game or whatever, in general, I try to be constructive, especially in an actual end product. I can be dismissive, and I will especially be dismissive in extremely low quality Mario Maker experiences where their goal was for it to be low quality, which is surprisingly common. You don't get too much of that in gaming generally. Sometimes in indie gaming, you get people who, are working on something that is just so unbelievably just awful. Unbelievably awful and ill-considered. I forgot how slopes work again. But I get pretty into Next Fest too. People want feedback on the games that they're working on. And I have a lot of fun with that. There we go. I don't know how I got stuck under it the first time. Interesting. But it doesn't seem like it works all the time, though. I do wish... Oop, hot dog noises. I wish he still made those noises. I do really wish Nintendo had built some better way for us to do curation. They're never gonna make like an adults-only Mario Maker game. But it would be really nice if we could have people flag like open to feedback, and then you can't report the comments. Or something like that. If they're an adult and they want to know. But it would just be nice in general if there was any goddamn way at all to curate for better levels in-game. No, you can get plugged under it and go the whole way under. That's so weird. Esports. I jumped directly into spikes instead of into the wide open hole I could go into. Peekums, you missed a pretty good, you missed a pretty good, cat fight. I'll find it in the VOD and send it to you. It was good. It was a good cat fight. It was a high quality cat fight. Yeah, I feel like some people get really aggressive about cheese generally. Like, you're making the level, so you're in charge of whether or not cheese should be allowed, but it's your job to not allow it. Like, if the player finds cheese, you can either look at that as a speedrun strat and be like, yep, you found a shortcut, that's cool, or that ruins the level, I am gonna patch that, I'm gonna fix that. That easy. It's right there. Pretty easy. I don't think there's anything wrong with just being like, yep, that's a speedrun strat. Oh, that saves a couple of seconds. Oh, that lets you skip that? Cool. I think that's a better perspective to have. But the worst possible perspective you can have is the people who are like, oh, I know that you can do this to skip this whole thing, but I don't want to re-upload it, so just don't do that. Like, no, I'm gonna do it now. I'm especially gonna do it now because go fix it. I don't want to re-upload. Well, then what are we doing here? Unwillingness to re-upload can be a really, really telling indicator for the quality of level and the quality of the maker. If you're making something that's frustrating or difficult for you to upload, and that does not cause you to self-reflect a little tiny bit and be like, well, wait, if this is hard for me, is it also hard for other people? And does that make them unhappy, like it makes me unhappy? Maybe I am shitting into my hand and throwing it into the world, and the world does not want that. You need to go away, baby. Still. Oh, we could just literally drop back down. I, for some reason, thought I could not, but we don't even really have one way. I was just being dumb. Yeah, I know we have tags, but I really wish Nintendo had given us more. Why am I like this? Had given us more options for finding good levels. I was looking at hot, looking at top, that kind of thing. It's never really been good. Following makers can be good, but it's really easy to fall off of that, and it's really hard to like find good levels if you're not checking it rapidly. And we're following pretty good makers now. There's a good pile in there that sometimes we'll find really great stuff in there when we look. But it's still really sad that we never just got like good curation, playlists, curators, actual curators. Like there literally could have been some type of like built-in curation thing separate from Super Worlds that allowed people to recommend levels or groups of levels or that kind of thing. Yeah, people will do it. People will do it differently. It is. Nintendo could have incentivized secrets really easily with even if they did nothing, having the ability to place a secret exit with a different color flag and a different fanfare when you clear it would have been so much. It could have done something in Super Worlds, but even if it didn't do anything in Super Worlds, just having an alternative exit type of thing would have been such a cool thing. For being able to highlight alternative paths or secrets, or key door that goes somewhere else, and I really wish Nintendo had done more. That was wrong, but entertaining. Oh, I wonder if you could get... No, Boomba doesn't go that fast. I wonder if you could make him go fast and get a weird super speed thing out of that. If we, like, put a dash pad under him. Yeah, the weird limitation of, like, I think it's 40 levels total, and then, is it 6 per world? I know it's a weird small limitation. It's probably 6. But it's so weird to place so many limits on it like that, too. Let me place as many levels as there are tiles. If I can just have that many in it. God, I hate 3D World Piranha Plants. I really want to finish this level. Yeah, there's so much more. The whole Super World thing feels completely half-assed, like they had to rush it for some reason. I feel like that came out before the pandemic, didn't it? Or do I, maybe not. When? Let's see here. Mario Maker 2 Super World patch date. Super World update was released April 22nd, 2020. Was the final major update for the game. Yeah, that was it. That was the last one. April would have been just after the pandemic started. But I also feel like they shouldn't have been half-assing it at that point. They could have just held it back and been like, pandemic. I feel like that's just half-assing. Like, there isn't really a good excuse there. Yeah, like there's no reason to have weird arbitrary limits like that other than the fact that Nintendo fetishizes arbitrary limits and being the great arbiter of permissible fun types. That's the same thing with troll levels too. It's like they really seem to like take action the way that they do. Good, that stops him. Because they very easily could have shadow banned, and even more lazily auto shadow banned players whose levels get reported for bullying or whatever, and blacklist the levels so that they don't appear in endless, and there's no way to find them except from the player's level code or profile, and that would have. Okay. Why are you yelling? Being able to still find levels after the code is removed after the level's removed, essentially, blacklisted, would have been so nice. Oh my god, I hate because troll level people would have wanted it. They would have opted in if they could, so that we could be, you know, not harassing people who don't want to experience that. It's just frustrating that Nintendo never conceived of or wanted to bother with systems like that, with a better super world builder that made more sense and didn't have bizarre limitations and like actual methods to find super worlds. Because man, it's tough to find good levels. It's flat out impossible to find good super worlds. Giving the player a selection of 8 worlds at random, not based on anything, just random 8 super worlds is terrible. I really wish I had a mushroom. I'm sure I could damage boost through a significant chunk of the level here if I did. But Boom Boom is annoying enough that it sure would be nice if we had a little tiny bit of hit tolerance here. Or the ability to make Boom Boom just bumpy. That would also be nice. That's one of the things I really hope that we see something similar in Mario Maker 3. I feel like it would be really easy to add more modifiers to enemies to just make enemies not do damage. Make enemies do more damage. Make enemies have different bouncy properties, like all kinds of different properties that we could apply to enemies and blocks would be incredibly nice. I feel like something like that is just more modifiers for enemies. Fuck you, Boom Boom. There should not be a little hill here. The little hill here makes this really, really annoying to jump through. To get Boom Boom out of the way. Additionally, at least in 2D styles, letting us recolor tiles, giving us like a palette slider that just lets us tune the palette on each tile type or groups of tile types so the colors are still kind of coordinated, and just have that be something that we can turn on or off optionally would be huge. Like if we could just shift the colors of some things around or redo the colors entirely. I would love a palette editor, but I know Nintendo is horrible. But just a thing that lets us shift the colors around would make such a difference in the vibe of levels. As well as letting us use any tiles we want to draw backgrounds for levels would be such a cool thing. It would make a big difference in the experience, and it would be really cool. And these are all things that you could turn off with a toggle. Oh, thank God for another checkpoint. Progress time. Okay. That's fine. Oh, okay. Interesting. Boy, the weird long jumps into stuff that we have done in this super world. Boom Boom, what are you doing? Oh, you're that's how you died. Okay, see ya. He's back. What was that? I'm sorry. What the fuck just happened? How did I ground pound hard blocks? Yeah, as a little man. Oh, does Boom Boom break him when you push him down? That's crazy. Crackers, buddy, why are you so yelly? Oh my god. I almost stopped to continue getting coins. Oh, I don't think the dash pad makes Boom Boom go faster. Oh, that's the flagpole. Oh, that's the flagpole. Okay. Yeah, the middle section was definitely significantly more challenging than the rest of it. But, yeah, weirdly more challenging than the rest of it. We got through it without too much trouble. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That one in particular would have benefited from a mushroom or something, though. Yeah, good stuff. Luwuka World has been good stuff. We'll be back to Mario Maker on Monday, Wednesday. I don't know if I'll shift the schedule around. I will ask other people. I'll ask people. See if Wednesday, Thursday, Friday works better. I don't know if it'll be busier, but it would be nice. It might be nice to have a little bit of a change anyway. Yeah, shift around the days I exercise too, so it doesn't feel like too much. Yeah, we could do that. Well, thanks a lot for watching. See you next week.